I'm very surprised Young Hoku is still like walking on that play.
Yeah.
Because normally when you punt the ball, it's like your foot is, or sorry, when you punt the ground, your foot is screwed. You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you saw Mr. Young Hoku have himself a moment.
If you want to call it that.
Yeah.
And then Philly fans are out there vandalizing their offensive coordinator's house.
God.
That's
Have you
fucking
guys heard
awesome.
about this?
Oh, yeah.
Insane.
Well, did they egg his house?
They egged his house.
Just
And that was
Jersey.
Kevin Pasula. That's the offensive
coordinator. Yeah.
This is a disgraceful.
Yeah,
this is a disgraceful city and a disgraceful fan base, and they'll probably on the slide of their lives.
No, man, keep it up. Keep it up. This is pure Philly.
I do enjoy the demise of Philadelphia. Before we get into all that, let's start the intro.
You're tuned in to the Red Zone Blitz.
Here we go.
The home for all things NFL and college football.
Ready?
What up, everybody? You may have heard our voices talking about the great New York Giants, the lovely Philadelphia Eagles fan base. If you're new here, new to the Red Zone Blitz, my name is G.
I'm Brandon. What's
And
up?
I'm
What's up?
And I'm Matthew. What's up, everybody?
He's back from the dead.
Back from the dead.
He's alive.
Gobble gobble, gobble gobble. He is alive, ladies and gentlemen. He has listened to Stephen A. Smith tell him to stay off, and he is back. He is back. He's back with he's got a new head coach he can cheer for. Things have changed.
Yeah, that's true.
His professional football team fandom is in the toilet. The Steelers are absolute dog shit, but hey,
Yeah,
it's going well in other parts of the land. Kicking off, you know how we do these episodes. We'll go through every single NFL matchup this week. I know there's a big one on Thursday. We'll talk about college football, the Lane Kiffin saga, the college football playoffs. We'll talk about a little bit of the NFL mock draft. There's a new mock draft that came out today where the Cleveland Browns trade up.
really
Yes, it's quite
to
magical.
do what, I wonder.
It's quite magical, I wonder. How you fellas doing?
Fucking great.
Week 14.
Week 14.
Do you have any thoughts? Do you have any fucking? It's great. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate you telling me that it's great. Do you have anything else to add on to the fact that it's so great?
Nothing. Texas is fucked.
Well,
Come on,
We have
our Cowboys
we have
are
like
looking
a
good.
0.01% chance. We need if there's ever a chaotic weekend, it's got to be this weekend. And by chaotic,
we've
I mean,
been
like,
praying for chaotic
I know.
weekends.
chaotic.
It's a bit of a long shot.
A
Bit of a long shot.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Listen, we got them right where we want them. We want everybody upset with the selection committee. People are going to be calling conspiracies and how it's collusion and how Sark is, just a shitty old Mickey Mouse coach, whatever. I just don't understand what people want Sarkisian to say. Do they want him to be like, yeah, we don't deserve to be in? So that 0.0001% chance goes away because the selection committee's like, all right, well, if you don't want to be in, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
I don't know what, like, people are like, well, why doesn't he just admit that, they just lost and it was blah, blah, blah. Like,
You want to not have the
No,
argument?
man. He's going to say, like, look at what we did to Texas A&M.
what is he, the Pittsburgh
Right.
coach? Saying, you know what, I
Hey,
don't care. Not Tomlin. We'll get to Tomlin. I'm talking about the college school there. That was...
You with the hat on, you're dressing like Tom.
I know I am. I got a full like a salt pepper gray outfit right now. I got a gray toque. I'm very much Mike Tomlin. Fellas, let's get into the opening drive.
The opening drive.
All right, fellas. You know what? It was October 13th, 2024. It was a good day. I remember waking up that day very excited, a little pep in my step. And my day was ruined. The Detroit Lions played the Cowboys. 47-9 was the final score for the Detroit Lions. I saw there was a 79-yard kick return by Kevontae Turpin. That was the highlight for the Cowboys. Sorry, it wasn't even a full touchdown return. The Cowboys kicked 3 field goals, and this was in the peak of the Mike McCarthy era. We had offensive linemen for the Lions catching balls and touchdowns and ridiculing us. It's a sad day.
That was almost embarrassing.
I hated it. I don't know why Mike McCarthy wasn't fired right then. That is the moment you pull the plug. And
at halftime, that's when you just walk in and say, pack your shit, get the fuck out.
That was a month before I was supposed to go down to Dallas. I was not very confident. Yeah. And then Dak decided to get hurt. Sorry, he didn't decide to get hurt. That's mean. All right, I got a message for 10,067,681 of you, including Eminem. Brace yourself. I want you to brace yourself because you know what? You guys have had this nice little ride for a long time. Oh, the nice little Lions. Oh, look at them. What a great story. They never amount to anything. Oh, they're just, look at them going for every 4th down and, let them have their fun. This is the first time, they're winning games. They've changed the color of their jerseys. Well, the pressure was on. Last year, they crumbled in the playoffs. Poor decision-making, Mr. Dan Campbell. Ben Johnson, number 1 in the NFC with Chicago. I don't know what Aaron Glenn is doing. He's fighting with trying to turn Justin Fields into Taysom Hill. However, Ben Johnson, much different story. They all walked. It was great times. Dan Campbell, he's like, you know what? We didn't lose anything. We're going to be back. We got the same roster, same pedigree, same this, same that, blah, 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 blah. We literally we were glazing Aiden Hutchinson all year, off season long.
Yep.
I remember Brandon saying they're calling it the Aiden Hutchinson rule.
In preseason or in the camp. Fuck, man. He was blowing shit up left, right, and center to the point they brought in the Hutch rule that if he blew anything up, just play through.
Yes. And that leads me to where we are today. The Lions are dwindling down. They are not in a playoff. Well, yeah, they're not in a playoff spot. They're 7-5. The Cowboys are 6-5-1. Miraculous comeback, whatever. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. We're humble brag. However, if I am Dakota Prescott in that locker room, if I'm Brian Schottenheimer, if I am Quinnen Williams, if I am Tyler Smith, if I am George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, you name it, even the fucking long snapper, I'm taking off the belt that I'm wearing and I'm slapping it in the locker room on every single bench, and I'm slapping every single guy across the back with it because you know what? Let them feel what they're about to do to the Lions. I want belt to ass.
Fuck yeah.
Belt to ass. I want every single person, not just for Marshawn Nealon. That is a story in itself. Not just for the fact that it's Schottenheimer's first coaching season. None of that. I remember the text messages, all right? I remember the text messages that I get when the Cowboys get ridiculed.
Oh, man, I had to fucking turn my phone off for 2
all
days.
Right? The Cowboys, that Michigan population, times that by 100, and maybe you'll get to maybe 50% of Cowboys fans across the world that have to suffer from the times that you guys get your ass kicked by the Panthers, by the Cardinals, by fucking God knows who, Caleb Williams, Russell Wilson throwing 400 yards. You know what? We'll forget all of that. I want belt to ass. I don't care if they have Amon-Ra St. Brown playing. I don't care if they have Barry Sanders playing. I don't care if they have fucking Bernie Sanders playing in a wheelchair. I don't give a fuck. I want belt to ass every single play. I want you to go for it on 4th down. I want you to throw it to, throw it to the long snapper. Get him involved.
Throw it to a long snapper.
Throw him out there. Throw him on a vert route. Just fuck it. But on a serious note, fellas, and we'll talk about the game. This is a season-defining game.
For both teams.
Yeah, for both teams. Definitely.
Now, having set up the scenario in a beautiful way, I know, we Cowboys fans, our trauma sets up for great theater. Which team needs this more?
Well, both, really. I mean, the loser of this is in big trouble.
Yeah,
because both teams basically need to win out to catch up to everyone else. But the Cowboys need this more. Cowboys, it's a revenge game.
Yep.
This is a revenge game.
This is
you
a
don't forget a game like that.
Prime
like,
time.
I mean, I have until you just brought it up. I mean, that was fucking gone, long gone. I don't remember shit about that game. Now I remember it's all coming back to me now. And now I'm
all
getting
the
more
texts,
fucking anger.
all the texts,
everything,
every
man.
gift that I got of that
Holy
big fucking
fuck.
Owaga whale catching a touchdown and spiking it, and the fact that he couldn't even score one touchdown. That was the baffling part about this whole thing. Now, you're saying both, right? Matthew, I'm assuming you're in the same boat with both. I
mean, obviously, yes,
you typically care more about your AFC foes than you do with the NFC folks.
That's true.
That's typically where you land on this beautiful subject.
I definitely agree that both teams definitely do need to win this game. Honestly, though, I think Detroit has more to lose just because going into the season, they had so much expectation.
All the pressure.
There was so much pressure on them. Like
pressure
this
builds
team,
diamond or pressure builds shit.
Exactly.
It's one or the other. You're gonna find out quick.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. And I think the X factor, and a lot of people aren't talking about this. Look at the coaches. One coach has been in a position for quite some time now.
Yep.
The hot seat, if it wasn't on, if they miss the playoffs and lose this game, it'll definitely be on.
Well, it's easy for Dan Campbell last year to just be like, okay, here you go, Ben Johnson. Here you go, Aaron Glenn.
Yep.
I'm going to sit back.
And that's where the difference will be.
Right.
The difference, these two teams are very talented. These two teams have if the Cowboys didn't get Quinnen Williams, it was a wrap. Jahmyr Gibbs was going for 700 yards and it was going to be a wrap. The defense looks different. The defense looks different because of Quinnen Williams. Also, guys are starting to understand the scheme a little bit more. I think it takes some time to learn these things. Mike Eberflus is still a domestic terrorist and calls way too much zone in times he should not be calling zone. However, it's all going to come down to the play callers. 2nd and 7. Which one of you has more pressure? Which one of you has more balls to call the exotic play? Or is it the wrong thing to do to go for it on 4th and 3 on your own side? We're going to find out because Schottenheimer, as much as this season has been, now Dallas is in that expectation window. Nobody fucking thought Dallas was going to be here.
No.
Not a chance. So now Schottenheimer, it's almost like he's playing with house money. When you're the coach of the Cowboys, you never really get house money. I know that's kind of unfair, but you're kind of playing with house money. Whereas Dan Campbell, I don't know, you're beginning to be gripping that play sheet a little bit tighter. 3rd and 3. Are we overthinking things? You know, you don't have your weapon, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I don't know. Are you going to be able to trust what's his face, Jameson Williams?
Yeah.
Is Jahmyr Gibbs going to do everything? What did they stuff you right down the middle?
Well, that's the thing with Quinnen Williams now. They're likely going to run it outside or try their best to.
They have to. And like that, the game plan now is severely different. And you saw what they did to Saquon.
But then welcome to having DeMarvin and Overshown back.
Yep.
Yeah. There's so
His
many
side
guys.
to side movement, man. Every game is getting better and better, and you're not going to run outside because he's fucking there.
Yeah. I think actually another thing that is not talked about enough that needs to be noted, there are so many guys on the offensive line and at receiver that Detroit is just banged up.
Mm-hmm.
Amon-Ra banged up. Khalif Raymond banged up. Brock Wright, tight end, banged up. You have Decker on the offensive line, Glasgow, Owasika, and Sewell. All of them are hurt.
Yep.
All of them are questionable. Some guys are out like Raymond and Wright. But that's going to be a huge factor. You got guys injured, playing on the line, you know, whether it's like push forward to get the run going or drop back to pass to protect Goff. You got guys that are playing healthy with Overshown and Williams like they are, riding a high off the 2 wins that they had, the 2 teams that went in the Super Bowl. The Lions don't look so hot right now. And being hurt, I think this is a huge game for both teams. But I think the Lions, it's way, way bigger.
One of the nice things, too, scheduling-wise, is with how hot the Cowboys have been, with beating the 2 Super Bowl teams, we play tomorrow night. Philly doesn't play till fucking Monday. So we know how everyone loves to talk about the Cowboys. If the Cowboys win this, that is more noise for Philly.
They might bring eggs to the
Philly
game.
fans are losing their shit, fucking egging their fucking offensive coordinator. Fucking
Where's Big Dom when you need him?
No shit.
Dom's like, oh, hey, I'll just make some scrambled eggs here. No problem, Kevin.
So with a win, they go to 7-5-1.
7-5-1.
And if the Eagles lose 8-5,
8-5.
that is freaking huge.
That's
That
what I
is
mean.
so much pressure. Like, you don't think Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
what I mean.
it's going to weigh on the
People
Eagles?
like to talk about the Cowboys, and then the Eagle fans are going to start talking. And the Eagle fans are just going to start losing it. They're going to start. They're already losing it.
You know what? I just got to call. Okay, this is not coming from a Dallas Cowboys fan. This is coming from a Steelers fan.
For now.
But okay, no.
Yes.
That was a
for
drunken.
now.
It was a drunken
It's for
stupor.
now.
It was
For
a
now.
drunken stupor.
For now. Yeah.
But I just got to say, with Philly fans, okay, you just won the Super Bowl last year. You go into a Friday night Black Friday game, and the Chicago Bears, who are a good team, they're 9-3, the best team in the AFC. They beat you. NFC.
Yeah.
They beat you. They don't. You didn't play well. The fans boo, and then they leave the stadium early. You know what's
Santa Claus left.
Do you know what's going on in Western Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh? You greedy bitches. Come on, Eagles fans.
Well, they usually guys are the same guys that throw quarters at Santa Claus. So that's
Quarters at Santa Claus.
yeah, that's them. Just idiots. All right, fellas. We were so drunk last episode, we did not do picks. I realized that after. we were so off the kilter. Dallas or Detroit, fellas?
Dallas.
I got Dallas.
Beautiful. What
As a dog again.
Yep.
This is fucking just free money now. Like, it's been a great couple weeks.
It's when you bet on the underdog and it's your team and they win, there's not much better.
Last week was great.
I also think would you guys? I think comeback player of the year, Dak Prescott, probably has it in the bag. But you maybe would consider him for MVP if they run the table here.
If they run the table, you have to.
And he plays like he's been playing. Like, I think
MVP, Schottenheimer Coach of the Year. It's
possible.
I don't know, man. He
I don't know about
drags.
Coach of
It's
the
hard. Yeah, Coach of the Year is hard to.
If he runs the table here and those other two out in New England and Chicago start to slide and come down to earth, anything's possible. Anything's possible. All right, fellas. Early window time. Seattle at Atlanta. All right. To much the chagrin of all JSN owners across the world, I feel you. I feel your pain. It was not a good week fantasy football wise. Seattle's defense, however, takes care of business. I do not know how Atlanta is going to overcome that defense. I do not think that is happening. There wasn't gonna. Listen. Okay, Bijan. They need to free the man. They need to stop making it so obvious every play they're doing to Bijan is a screen. Yeah. I can call it from my couch. Every time I see Bijan lined up, he's in a little bit of shell protection, and then he slips off for a screen, and they dump it off to him. Teams figure that out. They just play a man on Bijan. Stop doing that. Let Bijan run the ball. He is a running back. I get it. He has great hands. Run the ball, Atlanta. Now, Falcons are not making the playoffs.
Fuck no, not even close.
They're toast. What are you really playing for? Because I don't understand how they can bring back that coaching staff, the general manager. Michael Penix has suffered how many injuries? And this is they've got a decent offensive line, but he's still prone to injury. Now you're back looking at a quarterback. You ruined your thing with Kirk Cousins. So what do you have to play for?
That's the thing.
If you're Atlanta, if you're a player on the Falcons right now, what are you playing for? I guess you got. Okay, thank you to the comment section. That's going to be your fucking contract, man. I miss the good old days when players would play for free. Okay, you're playing
for free. Oh fuck.
Yeah, our comments going out there,
man, for the love of the game.
Yeah, I used to run in the gravel dirt in high school. Yeah. Nothing happened to me.
And you know what those guys are doing that played like in the 80s? They're analysts now because they didn't make money.
Yeah, exactly. Look, now back to the question: what do you play for when you know you're out of the playoffs and there's no real end hope in sight? Are you playing for a new contract, new scenery? Are you playing to play spoiler? What are you playing for?
I think you're playing to get the fuck out of Atlanta. So, I mean, I don't even think you're showing up. I think you want to get the fuck out.
And that's a horrible, like, I don't know. I watched them when they're winning. Like, that first couple games this season when they were winning, that place was fucking crazy. That place was bumping up and down. Like, it was fucking, exactly. It was, it can't be that. It's a good city to play in, I'm assuming. Like, you'd want to live there. So I don't understand why Atlanta Falcons fans have been just given bullshit after bullshit every season. They didn't have a succession plan for Matt Ryan.
Not at all.
None. Zip. Nothing. Like, they just were like, well, you know, he's trotting out there. We'll trot out. Bring him out of here again. You know, just no problem. Let's do it again. And then the wheels fell off. And they're like, well, we can't bring him back. And there was no plan. I don't know how you go into that with no plan. And then Dan Quinn, he, for all his warts, led them to the Super Bowl. Okay, like, that's still something. They just were like, nope, we're done. We got embarrassed. Too many kids in Africa had the Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl t-shirts, and they're like, you know what? Fuck it. We're getting rid of Dan Quinn. Atlanta is a team. I don't know what their ownership structure is like, but they're a team that makes volatile decisions really quickly. I can see them moving on from Penix. I can see them moving on from a bunch of guys.
But how do you move on from Penix when you don't even have your first round pick?
Yep.
Yeah.
Joyous occasions. Joyous. That was my next point. Joyous occasions, because you've managed to do the tomfoolery where you're like, you know what? We have the pieces to be good. And listen, you fooled me. I thought you guys were going to be good. I thought Drake London, Bijan Robinson. Wow, what could go wrong? Turns out everything.
Yeah. But I think that's when they got lost in it. So this team hasn't had a winning season since 2017. You have to go that far back.
Yeah.
But you look at these draft picks, like, yeah, Bijan smash pick, Drake London, great. But then they're just losing it. Like, when they had Cousins and Penix, when they had Cousins and they drafted Penix, it's like, you just need meat and potatoes. You need to win the game in the trenches. And you're not drafting guys that can get you, you know, in a position to make these playmakers great.
I just don't understand the reach for Penix. It's
odd.
It doesn't make any sense to me, and so does the handling of Kyle Pitts. Like, what the hell is Kyle Pitts? Yeah. Like, I don't understand that. This team is bonkers. Like, the Atlanta Falcons need to be studied. I wish we're going to drop this we're going to clip this segment. We're going to put in the Atlanta Falcons subreddit or whatever area these people like to hang out in. And you let us know, Atlanta Falcons fans, what the hell are you guys? What is your team? What is your ownership group, and what are your GMs? Hit our line, redzoneblitzpodcast@gmail.com, redzoneblitzpod on all the socials. Now, Seattle. Sorry, fellas. We're going to get through this. Wrapping up, I just think Sam Darnold has to play a perfect game. I don't care if it's Atlanta. I don't want to see you make mistakes. Stop throwing interceptions. Stop making mistakes. Like, listen, their coach in Seattle has had this team very, very prepared. Their defense is going to be insane. Now, what I want to see from the offensive side of the ball is consistency. How many times does Kenneth Walker have to go look at a seam and see a 1 yard gain, but decide to run for an outside zone and lose 7 yards?
Yep.
Those are the small plays. You see them all the time. He'll be looking. There's a simple little 1 yard gain to be made, 2 yard gain to be made. Not great, but it's a gain. No, he's got to bounce off, and then he's got to go run the other way, and then he gets tackled, and now it's fucking 2nd and 13 or 14 instead of 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. So there's little things like that when I watch film on the Seahawks, they seem unprepared. Now, fellas, Seahawks or Falcons?
Seahawks.
Definitely Seattle.
Do I do it? No,
you don't.
No. They're just toast. They're not going anywhere. All right, fellas. The good old the Bengals against the Buffalo Bills. Now, I know who you're going to be rooting for, Matthew. He's the mayor of Pittsburgh after all, after last week. Okay.
So who's the mayor of Pittsburgh? Like Josh Allen after torching us?
Of course. Josh Allen's the mayor of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, we'll get to the lovely Steelers, unless you want to do that first.
No, we can go Bengals, Bills. Yeah, we can save.
Because, Steelers fans, we're coming for you. We're coming for you. All right, which quarterback has more to prove right now, fellas? You got the Bengals QB trying to salvage a shaky start and Joe Burrow, or Josh Allen trying to show Buffalo is still a legit Super Bowl threat.
Josh Allen, 100%.
Damn.
Yeah,
Cincinnati's got nothing to play for. You know what what a healthy Joe Burrow. Well,
I honestly, I want to stop you there just because the way this fucking division is going.
Get this guy another beer. The depression in his voice.
This is why I didn't want to record on Monday, because I was fucking way more of a depressed mood than this. But sorry to cut you off, but I actually the Bengals.
Please do.
Wait, before you go into your rant, for reference,
it's not much of a rant. It's just a fucking comment.
The AFC North standings are 6-6. The Ravens and Steelers. The Ravens have the number 1 seed, and the Steelers have the number 2 seed, and the Bengals are 4-8.
Okay, they're 4-8, and they play the Ravens twice to end the year. If they win both those games, and I'm just saying the way that the Ravens and Steelers have been playing.
You know what? Fuck it. The Browns are 3-9. I'm so sorry. They have a chance too.
No, they don't have a chance. No.
Shador. No. Will him in.
The Browns can stay in the cellar. But the Bengals, seriously, a lot of people are they're not playing for anything. Why are they playing Joe Burrow? The way the division's looking, it's the worst division right now in football. Sorry to say, but the Bengals, honestly, could potentially sneak in.
Yes. And if they do,
fucking hilarious.
It would be fucking hilarious.
That would actually be. We want some chaos. There's the fucking chaos. The Bengals are making the playoffs. Do you imagine?
This could be, fellas. This could be a preview for a playoff game.
Yeah.
This could be a preview for a playoff game. If the Bengals were to make it in, fucking by God's grace, they would host probably the Buffalo Bills.
Most likely, yeah.
This could be the start of something, fellas. You heard it here first, Bengals fans.
And that's actually a pretty good matchup, I got to say. As an LSU fan, Joe Burrow, he's great. And Josh Allen's amazing. That's a good matchup.
No, this is must, the problem is this should have been flexed.
I mean, yeah, because Ravens play the Steelers, then they play the Bengals, they play the Patriots, they play the Packers, they play the Steelers.
There's a world where the Bengals sneak in here, fellas. This is like one of our LA Rams make the NFC Championship game takes all over again.
Yeah,
that was in the preseason, though.
Yeah, that is true. We had it before anybody else, folks. Red Zone Blitz Pod on all the socials. No, man, I think from giving the Bengals Bill Belichick to Zach Taylor getting fired to everything that happens.
Yeah.
So if the Bengals make the playoffs, you got to get yourself a Joe Burrow jersey.
I can't do that. They're in the same division as the Steelers.
Well, an LSU one.
I'll wear an LSU one. Okay,
LSU Joe Burrow jersey. It'll be painful to look at the name.
Okay. So the Bengals obviously play the Bills, then they play the Ravens. They play the Dolphins, the Cardinals, and the Browns.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. That's the last 3 games they have. Look, those are shit. You said Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns.
Browns. I mean, the Browns and Bengals will be a dogfight.
All right, fellas. I'll entertain this. Hold on. Let me get the thing going here. 1 second.
Actually, no. I think Joe Burrow might have something to prove more.
Hey, all right. So the Athletic has a playoff simulator where you can kind of go down. The Bengals currently have a 6% chance to make the playoffs. All right. Now, let's say they win against the Bills. That makes their chances at 14%. Now, let's say they beat the Ravens, 33. Let's say they beat the Dolphins. That's doable, 48. Let's say they beat the Cardinals, doable, 65. And if they beat the Browns, they would have an 82% chance to make the playoffs. Now, that is just them running the table without anything else happening.
Yeah, without the Ravens and the Steelers
this is
losing.
Without anything else happening. Now, the Steelers are playing. Who are the Steelers playing this week?
We got the Ravens.
You guys are playing the Ravens. So let's say the Ravens beat the Steelers, right? Let's just say.
It's probably pretty likely.
Okay, so if the Ravens beat the Steelers and Week 15, you've got the Steelers playing the Dolphins. I'm going to say the Steelers beat the Dolphins.
I fucking would hope so.
If they don't, you guys have a problem. And then I who are the Ravens playing that week? The Ravens are playing.
The Ravens actually have a tough go. I believe they have to play the Patriots.
Do the Ravens have a weird bye here? Or bye week's not done?
No. They're done. They're done with bye weeks.
Oh, sorry. They were playing the Bengals. All right. We already marked them. No wonder. All right. So then the next week, the Steelers play the Lions. Let's just say the Lions beat the Steelers there. It's a close, pivotal matchup. And then the Ravens are playing the Patriots.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So, in that scenario, up until that week, that's week 16. All the Bengals have to do is keep winning their games. And if the Steelers lose to the Lions, the Ravens lose to the Patriots.
Yeah.
The Steelers, okay, let's just say they beat the Dolphins, whatever. Wow. It's closer than you may think.
Yeah, holy shit.
I'm
It's way-
that's why I was like,
Yeah.
that's Josh Allen because they don't play for it, but now you're showing. So the Bengals are plus 675 to make the playoffs. That's a value bet.
It is
throw $10 on it.
way closer
Throwing $10 on it right now.
than you think. Because think about it.
Bengals to
Because
make
think
the
about
playoffs.
You got this man gambling, right?
all
Bengals to make the playoffs.
Listen,
punching it. Hold up, I'm punching it in.
I'm doing the Trump hand motion with my hands. I love what I'm seeing here. I
No
love
one
it.
wants to see that shit.
So the Bengals beat the Bills, let's say, this week. Their season stays
done.
alive. One of the Steelers or Ravens have to win this week, right? Let's just say the Ravens won. Then the next week, the Bengals play the Ravens. And if, let's just say the Bengals beat the Ravens.
Which they've already beaten them once.
Yes.
That would make them 2-0
And it doesn't matter what the Steelers do. Steelers could win or lose
Yeah.
that game, whatever. And then the Patriots beat the Ravens. Drake May beats the Ravens. And the Lions beat the Steelers. And the Bengals beat the Dolphins. They're in.
Yeah.
That is some bonkers stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everyone keeps counting out the Bengals here, and they're like, why are they even playing Joe Burrow? What's the point? Because you look at the other teams in the division. It doesn't matter. Like, your record could be shit. Like,
This is beautiful,
We've
fellas.
seen 8 and 9 teams make the playoffs. Like, the NFC South with the Panthers and the Falcons. I remember they were so shit like 2 years ago. And,
I remember that. Yeah.
And I think the Bucks made it with like an 8 and 9 record, and it was crap.
I can't wait to watch Donald Trump go up in the booth and commentate in one of these games, especially like the Bengals versus the Ravens. He's a great guy, that guy, Joe.
Isn't he a great runner? He's such a great runner.
He's such a great player. And then it's over. It's over. Bengals are in. It's fucking beautiful. All right, fellas. All right, I'm all the way. Let's go. I'm going Cincinnati Bengals in this game. Fuck it.
I'm going to take the Bengals too because
That's ridiculous. How would you take a different...
This guy is.
I'm just looking at the way they're playing.
About his fandom right now.
No. I'm not.
What the hell do you
does it matter?
mean?
What? No. This
You
has
are
nothing. This has nothing to do with fan. Okay.
This
Has nothing to do. No.
Listen.
Listen. This has nothing to do with fandom. This has nothing to do with fandom at all. I'm just being a realist right here.
This guy is so battered and broken that he's cheering for his division rivals to beat the Bills so that they're playoff.
Buddy, I'll tell you another. I'll give you another hot take. I got the Ravens beating the Steelers the way they're playing right now.
This guy's on full tilt. Holy fuck, man!
I am on tilt.
He's about to burn his jerseys. He's about to become one.
You want to play some poker? Heads up.
Hell no, man. Hell no.
Hey, man, that is ridiculous. But you know what? We accept your bet here at the house. So
I'll be the contrarian.
I'm just saying,
and I'll say Buffalo.
The way that the Bengals are playing right now, I'm just saying. I think Joe Burrow is on a different level. He's gonna just take the league by surprise. He's ball out. I think they're gonna get to Josh Allen.
I think your Steelers friend is going to have a heart attack when he hears this. I think he's going to be like, excuse me, what did he just say? You might crash his truck.
No, cause look, every Steelers fan is where I'm at right now. We are like in the abyss.
No.
We are in
Listen,
the pit.
The
Actually,
Cowboys.
no, I can say that.
Yeah.
I know my buddy is a
But
Steelers fan.
listen, though.
He's
Yeah,
also on fucking tilt
The
right
Cowboys
now.
could
Look
be
at all the
0-11,
podcasts.
0-13, 14, whatever. They're playing the Eagles in the final game. I don't give a fuck if the Sun's coming out of Philadelphia at that time. No. Never. You never, ever, never anybody else. I don't know. Maybe I just hate Philadelphia and New York.
Believe me, I'm not cheering for them to win. I would like the Bills to win this game, but I'm just being a realist right now.
Oh man,
I'm being a realist.
Man is on tilt.
They have broken him. They have ayahuasca this man. All right. Well, we'll be watching. Bengals fans. You might have a new one soon.
Fuck no.
Tennessee versus Cleveland, which I don't know what to say. You put the Cleveland Browns defense on any other team in the playoffs and swap them, and I feel for them. I feel for it.
Look at what Myles Garrett's fucking doing.
You know what? Miles Garrett deserves it. I refuse to give Myles Garrett more time on this podcast after he wrote this whole fucking thing about how he wants to play meaningful football and trade me. I'm ready to get out, blah, 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 blah. And then what did he do? He proceeded to sign with the same team.
Well, I mean, what are you supposed to do? It's your fucking team, and they throw a fucking pile of money at you.
Yeah.
Okay, sign me up.
He's a liar is what he is. I wanted him on the Cowboys. God damn it, Miles.
You know what I find is funny about Cleveland? What's so funny about Cleveland, though, is this is a good game for Shedeur because he's playing the Titans, the worst team in the league. But, like, Kevin Stefanski's job just hangs in the balance, and it relies on fucking Shedeur Sanders.
That's the way she goes.
Like,
That's the way she goes, Rick.
Like, he didn't want to
Park
play
West
him all year, but now it's like this guy might save his job if they actually play good at the end of the year.
Kevin Stefanski doesn't deserve. Well,
he doesn't deserve
honestly,
it.
I don't really know if I blame Kevin Stefanski. Like, when has the Browns GM ever gotten him anything worthwhile? The owner got him Deshaun Watson, which was $500 bajillion in a few rape cases. And then they had fucking OBJ that hated his life, who's also broke now, that also hated his life while he was there. The Browns have never given the offensive side. It's like they just were like, well, we just draft for the defense, and then whatever. We got Nick Chubb over there running 50 times a game. And they just break him each game. I don't know. The Browns, I feel for Browns fans. They are very, very, you know what? You got to be a true trooper to be a Browns fan. You talk a lot about the Pittsburgh Steelers' demise. Imagine cheering for the Cleveland Browns. Now, that would take years off your life. What's the life expectancy?
I'm a Browns fan.
Yeah, what's life expectancy? I guess we can go Cleveland. That would be probably accurate. It is 70. Wow, that's lower than I thought. Wow. Okay. The life expectancy in listen, Ohioans are the 12th shortest of any state. Did you know that?
I had no idea.
What's the shortest? Wait, I can guess. Let me guess.
By the numbers.
Alabama.
Yeah, guess. Okay.
Alabama.
What do you
No, Mississippi.
What?
Yeah, definitely Mississippi, especially after what Lane Kiffin did. Definitely Mississippi. They're gonna die. They're gonna die with a broken heart.
It is.
It's Mississippi.
You actually had all of them pretty much right there. So you had Mississippi. It goes Mississippi. It is Mississippi.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Mississippi's at 70.9.
The broken hearts.
Hawaii's at 79.9.
Oh, really?
And then Massachusetts, with all their fucking winning that they do with Brady and the Bruins and the Red Sox, I guess, 79.6. So a whole 10 years, eh? Sorry to get the Canada out there.
Sports is just a game.
10 years between Mississippi and Boston over there. Dear God. That's why. That's probably why they don't put a fucking team in Hawaii. They're like, fuck, we don't want people to die soon. Dear goodness gracious. Anyways, fellas, speaking of dying, while you watch this game, who you think is going to win?
Cleveland.
Yeah, I think so. I think at least Cleveland has a defense. And it's fun, like, Shedeur is figuring out his thing and getting bitched at by Jerry Jeudy, which I don't know. If I was Shedeur Sanders, I'd be like, sir, you watch the way you talk to me. I'm going to be on this team a whole lot longer than you are, fuckface.
Jerry Judy's doing.
Yeah, what are you doing talking to the face of the franchise like that? You sit over there. Brandon, who do you have?
Cleveland.
Oh, sorry. Yes. And what about you, Matthew? You're going to go for another division? You're going to go for another division?
Yeah, I want the Steelers organization. I want Amar Khan, the Rooney family. I want them to hear me pick everybody else in the division.
Well,
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Matthew, I love you. And I love the hopes and aspirations you have for this podcast. I guarantee you none of them will listen to this. But I love where you're going with this. I love how you think Omar Khan's just going to be like, let me turn on this little thing called Red Zone Blitz. Yeah. Well, Omar Khan, if you're listening, please email us, redzoneblitzpodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to have you. Anyways, fellas. All right, Washington.
I'm sure wait, before you go, I'm sure he's receiving a lot of hate right now. And Mike Tomlin, but not eggs at their house. Hate.
That would be too much.
That's next level.
People in Pittsburgh have jobs, Matthew.
Yeah.
They're employed people. They have to go to work.
Do me a favor, because you're on the computer right now. Just what is the distance between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia? Like, where is that border in Pennsylvania where they just get fucking like nuts? Like,
Well, I would assume
like, is it soon when they walk the steps up there to go
What
say hi
is
to
the city?
Rocky?
What is the city in between? Harrisburg, I guess. Harrisburg,
Harrisburg.
Gettysburg,
Yeah,
is
Harrisburg.
roughly in the middle. I'm assuming the pipes in Philadelphia, where their water is coming from,
Yeah.
have a significant amount of acid. There's a lot of there's
Yeah.
corrosion in that side of the state. Not a lot of people are. Meek Mill's too busy reforming other things in his asshole than he is reforming his city. So, anal joke. Brandon just sitting there silently. Brandon, chime in. I just made an
what's
anal
going on
joke.
here?
I'm listening to you
Fuck,
two fucking go at it.
Anyway,
We're talking about
we're
Philly
talking
fans.
about Philadelphia
Yeah.
and Meek
You're
Mill
shitting on
taking it in the
Philly.
ass. It's this is perfect stuff for
Go
you.
eat some fucking horse shit or something.
Oh, that's fucking great. Look at Brandon come out. Brandon came out of
you
5
go.
minutes of
There
silence
you
just
go.
to say, go eat some horse shit
you
or
go.
something. It's fucking off the kilter. All right. It's gotten away from me. Washington versus Minnesota. I think Minnesota should
Fold.
just pack it in. It's over. It's
Yeah,
done.
It
is.
Jefferson has 2 touchdowns
He can't.
this year.
Just look at his fucking demeanor. Look at him on the
holy
bench.
fuck.
Like
No.
he's not giving a fuck anymore.
No, here. This is what a little clip of Mr. J.J. Jefferson. Here, have a listen.
Someplace else, might they be willing to trade him for 2 1s, whatever astronomical package you might get for him?
It's an obvious question to ask today after a game like that. And today, I'm sure that is the way that he feels. Is he going to feel that way this offseason when they go out and add to that quarterback room? They're going to speak to him, I'm sure, at some point in time and get some feedback and input as to the player that he would want. It's hard to imagine that they would trade Justin Jefferson. But then again, a year ago, I would have said it's hard to imagine the Dallas Cowboys would have traded Micah Parsons.
Right.
And they did. I still don't think they're trading Justin
Hey, fuck
Jefferson.
you.
I think he's clearly miffed and disappointed and bewildered by the way this entire season and off-season losing Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones is gone. But I don't think it's going to change as much, and I don't think they're going to be moving.
All right. Well, that's Adam Schefter on whether they. You know what? The Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons are in the same fucking boat. They just in the same fucking. They're sipping the same fucking Kool-Aid of drafting quarterbacks when we have players playing the position with no plan. We got Kirk Cousins played here for a bajillion years. He walked up and left, and they got Sam Darnold, and they're like, "Wow, this is fantastic. Let's fucking bring in J.J. McCarthy. He'll solve the deal."
All because of one game.
If
One
you're
bad game.
If you're going to go get J.J. McCarthy, or if you're going to draft J.J. McCarthy, why then do you need to go and get Aaron Jones? Why do you need an aging running back in the mix? Why do you not then say, hey, J.J. McCarthy, we can retool really quickly, we can rebuild very quickly. Let's send Justin Jefferson somewhere and get some first round picks back. Why not have Malik Neighbors? Why not have Malik Neighbors, a fucking stud offensive lineman, J.J. McCarthy, a young Cam Scatabo is your running back?
Well, I mean, they also got Jordan Mason. They could just play Jordan Mason.
Who they traded for. You know what I mean? So, like, they traded this guy who's the second stringer
and then they
in
got
San
Aaron
Francisco,
Jones.
and then they had Aaron Jones.
Oh,
they had
okay.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
He was injury prone. They traded for Jordan Mason out of San Francisco. Sure, great, whatever. I get them making those moves if they have Sam Darnold or if they had Kirk Cousins. But when you draft a complete rookie that is a system quarterback and your system sucks,
Yeah.
the fuck were they expecting?
Yeah. But like, I don't know, like Washington's lost 7 in a row. Minnesota's lost 6 of their last 7. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
And I don't know if Jaden Daniels going to play or not. For the
Even
love
if
of
he doesn't,
I got to say,
Listen.
Mariota looked not bad on Monday.
he didn't
night.
look bad.
He looked pretty good.
For the love of God, Washington, just sit him out the rest of the season. And I
Yeah,
don't say this as an NFC East competitor. You are going to kill him.
Yeah.
You are the oldest team. Speaking of a team that doesn't make any sense, the oldest team in football, Washington, just fucking grandpas out there with walkers trying to protect Jaden Daniels, who's running laps around them and getting hurt. Just, rest him. Rest him the year, punt the year. You're going to get a top 5, if not top 8 pick.
Yeah.
With the way things are shaking out. That's not bad. That's not bad here.
I would go defense if I were them. I really would.
Yeah, they need a stud on. They need a stud on defense. They can't keep. They cannot keep doing this. This cannot happen. I don't think Minnesota's picking. Okay, Minnesota picks 11th. Interesting. All right. Minnesota picks 11th. Fellas, all right. There's not much to be really talked about here other than this fucking debacle. Washington or Minnesota?
Washington.
You
know what? I will go Minnesota. Let's say fuck Washington.
So is it going to be Max Brosmer playing?
No, I think J.J. McCarthy
It
is
is
back.
going to be J.J. McCarthy.
He's back. So I'm going to hope for the best here. No, never the NFC East. Miami going to New York. Are the Dolphins going to be able to play in the cold, fellas?
No.
How cold is it going to get there?
New York's temperature right now.
Like, is it going to snow?
Well, it's windy over there, apparently, according to Jackson Dart. He can't figure out where the fuck the wind is coming from. Fuck.
Such a stupid comment.
It is currently in New York. It's going to be cold and it's snowing. It's about 2 degrees Celsius. It goes to -7. I don't know what the hell that is in Fahrenheit. Yeah, but there will be below 0 temperatures. It will be happening. It'll be cold. It's going to be freezing. Listen, the Jets are a disaster. We all know this. The Jets can talk to me about this whole, we have so many picks. Look at us with our abundance of picks. I'll believe it when I see it. You guys had no plan for Justin Fields and you traded for him. It was a disaster. Now you're out here trying to turn him into a tight end. Disaster. Listen, I'm going to go New York because I don't think Miami can play in the cold.
No.
I'll take Miami in this one.
Oh,
Miami's on a 3-game win streak. Are they trying to save Mike McDaniel's job?
Hey, man. Ever since they beat Buffalo, things have just been
really
things have just been on the up and up for those young Dolphins.
They're on fire right now.
All right, Saints in Tampa. Go for it, Brandon. What do you got?
Tampa Bay is getting healthy.
Chris Godwin is looking better and good.
And Bucky.
Bucky is looking good as well.
So now that they're healthy, I expect them to go back to being what they were at the start of the year. And they're playing the Saints. I mean, they should fucking just shake it. This is a great game this is a great spot for the Buccaneers to be in this week against the Saints.
Yeah, I'm going Bucks.
Oh,
it's not even a question.
No, easy.
New Orleans, hey, help is on the way. Draft season is almost here. Help is on the way, fellas.
They got to pick the right QB.
You got to pick the right QB here.
You got to pick the right QB.
And then, all right, in my favorite segment, the Indianapolis Colts are visiting the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, man.
Both are 8-4, tied atop the AFC South. Okay. Fellas, listen to me here. I said it. Maybe last podcast, maybe the one before.
I know what you're gonna say.
The Colts are not making the playoffs, and I say this with the utmost respect for Mr. Seth Erskines. Love you, Seth. Can't wait to have you back on the pod. The Colts, listen to me here. City of Indianapolis, state of Indiana, Colts fans all over the world. If there's the 7 of you, you guys are not making the playoffs. Let me go through your upcoming schedule. You will be playing the Jaguars. You will be playing the Seahawks. You'll be playing the Texans. Or sorry, not the Texans. Not yet. The 49ers, then the Jaguars again, and then the Texans. You are playing against a team. There's no free game in any of those.
No, this is a huge game for the Colts. I mean, you do play against the Jags again, but then if you look at the Jaguars schedule, the Jags still have the Titans.
Yep.
The last game of the year where they're not going to fucking play. Like,
they have the Jets.
Yep.
They have the Titans.
And then the Texans are only one game behind. So
the
Texans are right there.
Texans are looking good
and you
too.
got to play. So the Colts have to win this game. This is a must-win game for the Colts.
The wheels,
they're fucked.
The wheels are they're the king of collapses. Those guys, like they're the king of collapses. And that Sunday night game, we'll talk about it. Is if the Texans can beat the Chiefs, now you're in trouble.
Well, that's what I mean. If the Colts lose this game, they'll be tied with the Texans if the Texans win. So, and then you got to go still play the Jags again, and then you got to play the Texans. So the Colts have to win this game.
And the Texans are playing after this week the Cardinals, and then the Raiders, and then they play the Chargers, and then the season finale, which might be for something, January 4th against the Colts at home.
Yeah. And like coming out of the bye for the Colts, didn't look good against the Chiefs. Lost to that stellar defense and the Texans. Sauce Gardner's hurt. Daniel Jones is banged up. Jaguars have won 3 in a row. Texans are looking hot. Jaguars have like best run defense in the NFL. I don't know if you guys knew 82 yards per game is what they average.
Liam Cohen is doing a great job, especially because they don't
crazy.
have their stud Travis Hunter. Like, people don't realize Travis Hunter's been gone.
Yeah.
They also have Brian Thomas Jr., the internal terrorist sent by like the Colts that was just there to cause fucking problems.
Jacoby Myers.
Myers is flourishing.
Yeah.
They
it's
have
insane.
Jacoby Myers playing out of his mind. And you know what? The Colts were a great feel-good story. We had Seth on a couple times. It's been all fun and games. But now, what did we say about pressure? It is when your expectations start to happen on these teams. Like the Colts had nothing.
None.
And they got bailed out that one game against the Broncos. They got bailed out there. But they had no expectations going into the season. And then suddenly the wheels have come off. And now it's do or die. Every game is a playoff game. Welcome to expectations
and it's a tough
football.
back end of the schedule for them.
Yep. And so I'm going to go Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are going to take this one. I like what the Jaguars are doing on the defensive side of the ball. So I don't know if you guys know this about me. I love watching the defense. The defense for me is the bread and butter of football. I love watching great defenses go to work. The ability to stop guys from making plays, the ability to kill them in the trenches, that stuff is what gets me out of my seat when watching football. And the Jaguars do that. The Jaguars punish these guys.
Yep.
And it starts from their head coach. He's a maniac. He was the guy that came screaming at Robert Saleh, basically being like, I'll fuck you up. Keep my fucking name out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Teams pick up on that. They go and they do their thing. So I'm going to go Jaguars, fellas. You?
You know, I'll say Colts.
Oh, look at you.
They have to win this game.
This is the only guy in the podcast that is still holding the faith in the Colts.
They have to win this. They have to
Still
win this game.
holding is a bit of a reach from the guy that never had any faith in them to begin with.
Yeah, I didn't have any faith to begin with.
had
I'll say Colts.
Yeah.
Colts have to have this game.
All right, fellas.
Sorry, Seth. I'm picking the Jaguars.
All right, that's okay, Seth. We're about to diagnose his
I see
Steelers.
that. Did you see me like rubbing my eyes? Just like, fuck. Do we really have to talk about these guys?
The Pittsburgh Steelers are going into Baltimore.
Are they, or are they just gonna watch?
Oh,
Are they gonna play?
oh.
I mean, you guys are fucking tied. Both of you are fucking 6-6.
I've watched every game this year, Brandon, from start to finish. It is fucking amazing that we're 6-6. You don't have.
Have you watched the Ravens fucking play?
idea.
Have you watched the Ravens play?
I've seen the Ravens play.
I
but
think what the problem is, Brandon, is that the Ravens had a MVP missing from their team.
Yes.
And the Steelers were playing.
And we had a former MVP playing the whole time.
And the Steelers have done some crazy stuff.
Hey, you went and got yourself a wide receiver.
You have Adam
You've been
Thielen.
screaming for a wide receiver. You went and got yourself a wide receiver.
One of the best white ones there are.
A white wide receiver for your white quarterback.
Yep. Can't get any better. He's the white man's Devontae Adams.
The Pittsburgh Unks at this point. I don't know what the fuck.
Well, what?
And did you see Tomlin at the practice going up to Thielen? Man, I love my time. Minnesota's a great city, man. Then go back there.
He was the DC there
Then
with
fucking
Adam
leave.
Thielen in 2006.
That's right. Yes, he was.
Yeah. Was Adam Thielen in the league in 2006?
Oh, fuck, probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was on the Vikings. I mean, that's probably where it comes from. But, all right. We can bitch and scream about the Steelers. It's not really your guys' thing. That's more of us Cowboys things. Now, the Steelers, 6-6. Okay. The DK, let's put a couple things to rest. The Pickens trade, disaster.
Yeah, it's looking like
that. That's just a disaster. That's just at some point the buck and I don't want to say. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let Ben Roethlisberger say it before I get into him. So this is Ben Roethlisberger, the former. Can we call him a Steelers great? Is that allowed?
Of course he's a legend.
Fucking
legend.
Super Bowl winner.
Oh, I'm sorry. These guys are so particular about how they're such character guys. I don't know if rapists were allowed to be called great.
Hey, whoa.
No, it's being talked about around here a lot. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's a clean house time. Maybe it is. Maybe it's time. And I like Coach Tomlin. I have a lot of respect for Coach Tomlin. But maybe it's best for him too.
Sure.
Maybe a fresh start for him is what's best. Whether that's in the pros, whether maybe go be Penn State's head coach. You know what he would do in Penn State? He'd probably go win national championships. Because he's a great recruiter.
That's what was I having a conversation? We probably had this.
Probably.
Or I was having this conversation the other day. I'm like, Coach T in college would be one of the greatest college football coaches of all. You tell me. Now, I don't know what the climate of college football is now with the NIL, the portal, and all that stuff. I mean, it's like the Wild West down there.
For sure.
Which is insane that it's not been regulated to some degree. But, you know, I'm sure that's probably by design. But not saying he should leave his job. Again, equally, I'm a fan of who Tomlin is. But I understand and respect the sentiment of the frustration of the fan base saying, man, something's got to go. And it's like, you go to the top of the pyramid, bro. Mm-hmm. And you have to, if all this is a mess, like you are responsible, you are accountable. Mm-hmm. What is the likelihood? Maybe you don't know. This is just kind of like a, BSing about football at the bar kind of question. How does that even take place? If you're talking about cleaning house, what is the reality of something like that happening in Pittsburgh? It seems so uncharacteristic of how...
It is. It is uncharacteristic.
Is that even plausible for this organization?
Well, it's happened. Listen, here's what you don't do. You don't fire a guy like Coach Tomlin. He's a Hall of Fame coach. He's respected. What you do is you come to an understanding and agreement. And it's like, hey, listen, I think it's probably best for both of us. And you don't, because listen, we've had the same head coach and Coach Tomlin.
All right, that's nice.
Penn State.
Thanks, Big Ben.
Penn State. Dude, if Mike Tomlin was at Penn State and he went out recruiting, he'd be like, to his assistant, he'd be like, who's that young buck over there? Can he play ball? Can he play ball? The young man at the sorority house.
Oh,
and we're like, sir, that's Lane Kiffin.
Well, that's your new best friend. Listen, fellas. Okay, so my thoughts on Mike Tomlin are the following. People revere him. They think they're great. He's great. Great recruiter, whatever, principal, culture, blah, blah, blah. I think there's coaches like that are people, what they call as culture setters. I mean, work in college football, doesn't work in the NFL. Now, why doesn't it work in the NFL? Guys are multimillionaires. You have to be able to work with different guys at different times. Mike Tomlin has had, and I think Mike Tomlin would have worked really good in the 90s and the era of Jimmy Johnson and like where there's no social media, you were able to, like, some of the shit your players are doing, you're able to pay off the police chief, like, fuck off, Earl, like, fuck, he's just fuck out, let him play for us on Sunday, fuck off, here's $10K and some fucking season tickets or whatever, lower bowl seats, whatever they were doing back in the 90s. The problem is this trend is not. A lot of people are going to look at the Steelers and they're going to say this trend started when, Ben Roethlisberger got old and there was no backup plan and all.
There was no plan.
Correct. 100%. But there's other teams that don't have a plan. The Falcons don't have a plan. The fucking Vikings didn't have a plan. I think what really got Mike Tomlin was his inability to relate and adjust himself to the players that he was coaching. He was not coaching guys that were from the middle, that were in the middle of fucking Arkansas, hucking hay for their dad after football practice and like doing all. He was coaching Antonio Brown. He was coaching Le'Veon Bell. He was coaching Chase Claypool. He was coaching George Pickens. He was coaching I don't know. I'm sure there's another person that's probably had some character issues or what. Juju Smith-Schuster, right? Like he was coaching these players, and there's a certain type of personality that is on the defensive side of the ball, which is where you guys have your success. The TJ Watts, the others, the Minka Fitzpatricks for all those years. And there's a certain type of personality on the offensive side of the ball. Look at Michael Irvin right now. Man's coked out of his mind wearing a deep V-neck looking like Brock Lesnar in the streets of Miami. Just screaming. You cannot just tell that Michael Irvin, everybody's the same. He's not. He's Michael fucking Irvin. You can't tell Antonio Brown. Everybody's treated the same here. Antonio, doesn't matter if you're fucking Antonio Brown. It's not. He's Antonio Brown. He's probably the best wide receiver, one of the best wide receivers of all time. You can't go up to Le'Veon Bell and be like, you know what, you just put up the fucking craziest numbers that we've ever had in running backs in a long time, but you know what, fuck you, get out of here. You can't do it. You can't do it, George Pickens. And it's the inability to adjust is where I see the problem, and that's going to continue to stay a problem, even if he does coach college. But I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this whole shindig.
You got thoughts? You want to hear my thoughts?
I want to hear your thoughts.
My thoughts are this, that I believe that the Steelers and Mike Tomlin's mindset and who he has brought along in his coaching staff and on his team has been stuck in like 2008, 2009 when they won the Super Bowl.
Correct.
And they thought that, okay, this is how you win a Super Bowl. And times changed, and they just could not adapt. And
do you think they could not, or they didn't want to?
I think Tomlin didn't want to. There's probably a lot of murmurs about hey, can we change this? Can we change that? And be like, nope, not in my system. I think there's
brilliant football minds all over the country that pop up. Like, Ben Johnson's popping up. You see Sean McVay's coming out. I don't think when was the last time? And you probably know this better than me. I probably should have looked this up. But when was the last time the Steelers had an innovative offensive coordinator? Where you're like, wow, this guy's like trying stuff that's like new. Like I remember when Kellen Moore came, I was like, wow, this is fucking great. Wow, look at these pre-snap motions.
Yeah. You'd honestly have to probably go back to Bruce Arians. And that is back in late 2000s, early 2010s.
And there's your answer, right?
Yeah.
It's the lack of innovation. It's the lack of we're going to continue to pump it in an inside zone 1, 2, 3 time punt.
Yeah.
Or 1, 2. The first 2 runs are inside. We got stuff. Now we're going to do a long throw down the sidelines, and it's going to go to nobody. And everybody's looking around at everybody. And Aaron Rodgers talked about it, and I don't really blame Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be who he is. He's on the downside of his career, but I like to listen to these guys, especially because they've been around the game a long time. And it was interesting. He talked a lot about preparation. He talked a lot about how the guys don't come prepared to practice, or they're missing assignments, or they're not focused in practice. And that's a lot of the same stuff people were saying about Mike McCarthy in the Cowboys era. And that's why I'm like, this is a deeper issue. It's almost like Mike Tomlin has lost control, and it's just like he would just strive for the 9-8 record, and he's like, all right, got to 9-8, I did my job, let's do it again next year.
Well, and that's the thing, right? He's been the coach for 19 years. He's never had the losing record. But it just feels, especially like their last playoff win was in 2017.
2017, yeah.
So
9 years ago.
When you're playing for just that middle of the pack, you're not getting those stud draft picks, the early draft picks. You're just basically playing now. It feels like the last few years, all you've been playing for is to keep that streak intact.
Yeah.
It's been 19 years. Everything has an expiration date, and I really do. I think it's time to move on.
It is. And like you've said it before many times on the podcast, is like when you're 9-8, your draft position is like what?
Middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack.
You're like never going to get a top 10 pick.
You're like never between 15 and 20.
You're never going to get the rewards for going to the playoffs, and you're never going to get the rewards for missing the playoffs.
For sucking.
Yeah, you're just going to be in a tweener zone. And it works.
It can only work for so long until it breaks. Like you can only you always say that the bend don't break. Well, eventually you bend it so much it's gonna break.
And the thing is that people around the league, or myself included, that watch football, nobody wants the Steelers to be bad. Nobody wants the Steelers to be an 0-13 or 1-12 or whatever, like near the bottom. But sometimes that's where you have to go to get yourself out of it. Like, I think that's what it is. It's like, I feel like there's almost like, you look at that logo and you're like, no, they can't be mock drafting them with the number 1 pick. What happened to this team? I don't know, man. Cause like
every team's got to go through it at some point. Every team's got to go through it.
And you talk about like going through it. I'm honestly, like, I said it to a lot of people, like, start of the year or like halfway through the year. I'm like, I really feel like it might be Tomlin's last year. I really feel like he's going to lose the handle of this. And honestly, a big solution is, I mean, a lot of people might hate to hear it, but it's like, I would clean out like everyone right now. They're like the 5th worst run team in the league, the 5th worst team at stopping the run, and it was awful last week against the Bills.
No, the thing is they had their defense for so many years, and now they don't even have that.
They don't even have that.
It's just
other than TJ Watt.
They've got one guy, and then that's it. But at the same time, I think what I personally would do this is not going to go well with you guys, but I personally, if I'm the GM or the owner, I go down to Mike Tomlin. I'm like, all right, I don't want you to play any of the starters. I want you to call the plays, whatever, and like play rookies. Play guys that are...
Play Will Howard.
Yeah.
Play the quarterback.
Play Will Howard. Play
Rodgers
whoever.
is probably done. Like, this is probably his last year.
Mason Rudolph is what he is. Play the rookie, see what we have, and punt the last few games. Yeah. At least if you're like, if you start the slide, you go down to 6-8, right? You're 6-6 right now.
6-6.
6-6. You lose 2 more games. What's the point of trying to crawl back? You're honestly better off looking at what you have. Shut down the Jalen Ramsey. Shut down your TJ Watt. No need to risk an injury. Shut him down, and then just from there, it's almost like a mini tank. And you go to Tomlin. You're like, if you're able to do that, you can stay. If you're not, I'm cleaning house. The guy that I think would be perfect in Pittsburgh, don't get me started here, John Gruden. I think John Gruden in Pittsburgh would be fan-fucking-tastic. I think a football mind, a guy who can command, it is the polar opposite of Mike Tomlin, which will give you nothing in a press conference. But at the same time, I think there needs to be a little bit more swagger. You guys are missing some swagger. You guys there's no swagger about that team. Like, DK Metcalf had a huge personality from when he was in Seattle. You had the whole Skittles commercials. You had all that stuff. Where is it? Where's the Jalen Ramsey swag? And I understand, before the people of Pittsburgh start coming at me, this is not the Steelers' way. The Steelers' way is that the Steelers' way wasn't working for the last. When was the last playoff win? 2017.
Yeah.
There you go. That was the Steelers' way. Yeah. Now, this game, Baltimore, they got to figure their thing out because Baltimore does not look good either. Derrick Henry looks a little slow and sluggish. I don't know if that's because Lamar Jackson misses time. It's time to get used to it. For the love of God, get him a wide receiver.
Yeah.
I don't care what the hell the Ravens do this offseason. Get a guy that is a 1.
Yeah.
Get rid of Zay Flowers. We don't need Rashad Bateman. Just clean the fucking wide receiving room and get in someone that can actually catch the ball and like actually be some sort of help to this team. I do think the Steelers are going to win this game.
Wow.
I'm not been impressed by Baltimore's offense. They have not shown me anything crazy. The Steelers do have this tendency. They have some self-respect and some shame that once they get kind of embarrassed, they come back and they do their thing. Is Aaron Rodgers playing?
I think so. It's likely.
That's your only hope. If Aaron Rodgers is playing,
I don't know, man.
Steelers are going to win. If I've seen Mason Rudolph trot out there again, it's fucking sayonara.
You know what I got to say? The problem with Rodgers, though, like, and this is why you guys really got to appreciate Dak Prescott. Not for what only he does on the field, but his leadership on the sidelines. I see Prescott.
101.
He's, good job, guys. Come on, let's go. We can get this going. What is Rodgers doing? Fuck you. Fuck. What are you doing? You're running the wrong route. You're on the wrong route. And then he calls them out in the press conference.
So if you watch HBO Hard Knocks is doing an in-season with the NFC East right now. Jalen Hurts, very similar to Aaron Rodgers. Fuck you, fuck this, fuck that, fuck.
Yeah.
And you look at Dak Prescott. Cool, calm, collected. 4th-round comp pick from Mississippi State.
And then I wonder why A.J. Brown's all pissed. And now I see why. Like, who wants to play with that?
No, it's just, and that's what I mean. The I never felt, okay, not to harp on the Cowboys, we've talked about them enough, but I never felt the way I feel that, like, I think even if, and this is going to hurt me to say, like, let's say in a wild universe, Dak were to go to a different team, I would root so hard for Dak to win a Super Bowl, like, above everything else. I would be like, you know what? Dak deserves a Super Bowl if he was in the playoffs with another team.
Well, that was like us with DeMarcus Ware. As soon as he went to Denver, it's like, fuck Denver, please win this guy a fucking championship.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I never felt that way about Tony Romo. I don't know. I just never connected with Tony Romo, but I think Dak, the person he is, the player he is, the fucking crazy run when your starting quarterback, Tony Romo, hurts himself in preseason and on comes the comp pick, balls out, and like everything that he's endured off the field with his mom, his brother, all of that, I don't think there's a more deserving guy than Dak Prescott. I'm the biggest Dak Prescott fan. So having said that, you guys will get yours. It's gonna take some shots at least. You guys got to. Yeah. Those Steelers are almost in the opposite belt of like the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. They refuse to draft him. They're like, fuck it, no, we're not drafting him. Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, Mason Rudolph, Mitch Trubisky, Kenny Pickett. Yeah. What are we doing here, Pittsburgh? All right, Brandon, who do you got?
I'm taking the Ravens.
All right, that was quick. Come on, Steelers fan.
You know my pick. I'm going Ravens. I'm pissed off at this team right now.
This guy's on full tilt, man.
Oh my days.
They gotta show me different. They gotta show me. They gotta show me.
You know what you sound like? You sound like you sound like a nice little girl from the prairies that got cheated on by her fucking husband. He's gotta change.
Yeah,
Penelope. He's gotta change if he wants to be with me. Yeah, you keep your coochie away from the Steelers. No fancy time for the Steelers from you. All right.
No ayahuasca.
No perk. No perk. All right, fellas. Sunday late window. Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Raiders. Guys, is
there anything to say? I mean,
Pete Carroll ought to be embarrassed.
It's just the Broncos BTA belt ass.
Another team that will never change because now they don't need to.
I think Denver's still maybe a little bit fraudulent though. Like they've had so many close wins where you're just like,
but they're finding the ways to win.
Are you gonna go? Are you gonna be the tough guy and go the Raiders?
I would go Denver in this one, just because if it was like anybody else but the Raiders,
I feel so bad for actual Raiders fans. I feel so bad because this shit is not gonna get better.
Yeah, because their fans are in Oakland. They're not.
It's not.
And LA.
There's not a there's no Las Vegas Raiders fan that is out there being like, yeah, I cheer for the Las Vegas Raiders. No, you don't. No, you don't. And the owner's giggling. You ever look at Jerry getting fucking spanked? He's just the most upset man in the world, just sitting there because he cares. He wants to win.
Mark Davis just inherited his fucking father's, like him and Al Davis and Mark Davis are the complete polar fucking.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like if Al Davis is rolling in his fucking grave,
Al Davis
was like, son, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck have you turned my franchise into?
It's a lot. I
mean, obviously you're making money, but what the fuck, man?
They're never gonna win it. They're never gonna.
Al Davis was like Jerry Jones before Jerry Jones became Jerry Jones.
Fuck yeah. Dude.
He was on the field.
Man.
He was on the field.
Al Davis was the guy that gave your guy Lane Kiffin a shot in the NFL.
Yeah,
and then
fired him.
And then fired him with
called him a liar.
But hey, he used an overhead projector while he did it.
Yeah,
if
Vegas,
you know, you know.
It's like we talked about Vegas.
There's no home field advantage.
They built their fucking team the wrong way. They started with the wrong pieces. Like Bowers is great, cool. Genty's great, cool. You don't have a team to build around them. You got the pieces because when Bowers and Genty are past their 5th year, you're not going to be able to pay them because you're not going to want to fucking pay them because you don't have a fucking team. Those are the guys you get once you have the fucking team. Once you've got your left tackle under contract, you've got a quarterback under contract. That's when you go get the tight end and the running back. Yeah. You don't want to commit your fucking cap hits to a tight end and a running back and have a rookie fucking left tackle or right tackle or whatever or a quarterback.
Who makes the playoffs first? Yep. Out of the 3 teams I'm about to mention, the Titans, the Saints, or the Raiders?
I don't think that's
man.
that's
Wait.
Titans, Saints, or Raiders? Who do you
Saints.
think makes?
I'm gonna say the Saints.
No, I won't. I don't think I'll say the Saints because they're aging. But
but
their
the Saints are the
coaching
one.
is good.
Their coach. Well, the thing is, the Saints are actively rebuilding, right?
They're in the active rebuild. They got Kellen Moore. They're gonna have a top pick.
They've got Chris Olave still doing something there, so they're probably going to trade him though. But whatever, they're rebuilding. Let's just call them a rebuilding team. What they are.
The Saints.
The Saints are in a division with the Bucks, the Falcons, and what's the third team?
Yeah, that's the thing. They're in a favorable.
Who are they?
division.
Who are they in with? Who's the third team in the division? Who's in the
It's
South?
Falcons, Panthers, Bucks.
Panthers. Okay, well the Panthers are on the upswing, so yeah, I think the Saints.
Maybe the Saints
because the Titans are in a division with the Texans, the Colts,
The Jags and Colts.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And Broncos are with the Chiefs, the Chargers, and then who's the other one? The Chargers.
I don't know though. Like with the Raiders, if you draft a QB, you get rid of Geno,
They're not one piece away.
and you bring in a
No.
good coaching staff.
That's gonna take them for them to bring in a coaching staff that actually for them to see the light and bring in. They're not going to fire Pete Carroll.
They really should.
They're not.
They
The thing
really
to do, the thing about firing Pete Carroll would be to admit that they made a mistake. They're going to run it back with Pete Carroll at least the next year, if not the year after. The thing is, for them to fire a coaching staff, you already have 3 seasons of Ashton Genty taking abuse to his body over and over again. Same thing with Brock Bowers. Same thing with Michael Mayer. You don't have a wide receiver, so I don't bother saying that. But Max Crosby's probably on his way out by then. So by the time they actually get a coaching staff in here, you've lost Max Crosby, you got wear and tear on both Ashton Genty and Brock Bowers. You're nowhere closer to winning than you were. The time is right now. Like you're saying, the time is coaching staff, gone. Max Crosby, gone. I love that you want to be a Las Vegas Raider. That means nothing to me. Gone. Like, the time is now. The time is now to flip them for, like,
But that's what I mean. You started your rebuild with the wrong pieces.
Exactly. Because you can you can get away with building a line. Because there's so many of them. But when you draft a running back, that's one guy.
And if you don't have the line.
And you don't have the line, the one guy is just getting abused and abused and abused.
Though I think they just fucked up at QB too.
Well,
because like you can't get these guys the ball too.
Yeah.
Like
they have nobody. They didn't even bother. The thing is, Matthew, that frustrates me about the Raiders, and this is why I feel for actual Raiders fans, is they didn't even bother drafting anybody.
Yeah.
They didn't even bother taking why not take the flyer on Shador? The worst that could happen to you. And like, well, Brady, he's going to turn that thing around. Brady saw a cash cow in Vegas and was like, you know what? Let me put my name on this thing and let me churn this out. Brady, through and through, is Foxborough.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
He's Foxborough. If you guys ever think that Brady would give up ownership stake in a second if Robert Kraft came calling him and was like, hey, do you want a piece of the Patriots?
Yeah, 100%.
He would give it up so quickly that people would be like, huh, what happened? So for all the people, Brady's going to fix it, Brady, don't give a fuck about you guys. I'm sorry. He just cares about the money.
Brady just saw Vegas.
Yeah, he saw cash cow.
Well, Vegas is not a football town.
Brady,
people are going to go there. They're going to gamble. They're going to get drunk, fucked up, and they'll be like, hey, we won a bunch of money. What do we do? Let's go see a Raiders game.
People are not going to the Raiders game to cheer for the Raiders. They're going to cheer for the other team.
Yeah, it's a destination.
Yeah.
People fly into Las Vegas, and Las Vegas loves it because it boosts their tourism.
Yeah.
There's a bigger thing at play. That NBA team that's coming to Vegas. Brady's going to get his hands on that. The other team.
The baseball.
The baseball team. He's going to get his hands on that $2.6 billion dome that they just announced today for the Las Vegas Athletics. My God, it's going to be crazy. But I don't know. We talk about this every single week about the Raiders, but my goodness, they are just disappointing. All right, divisional matchup: Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers, fellas. Packers are 6.5 favorites at home. I think this is this. Okay, so if you're taking down Green Bay and Lambeau, this means this would mark an end. Like the demons would be gone.
Absolutely.
I think you take them down, and you don't have to worry about this ever again. However, the opposite side is if you can't get the job done, come January, they're going to haunt you.
Yeah.
Because both teams are probably going to the playoffs. Let's be real here. Both teams are probably going to be making it some way or the other. Hopefully Green Bay misses. I would love to see that.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
But no, we need to see the one game of Micah Parsons get run at 30 times and be invisible in the playoffs, of course. When it comes to the Bears, what do you guys like? What do you guys don't like?
Well, first off,
the coach ripping his shirt off?
But no, I think I made a stupid comment last week where saying if the Bears beat the Eagles, I got to buy a
Caleb
Williams
jersey. And he said he'd buy a shirt.
I get my payout tomorrow from last week, so it'll be on order tomorrow.
Hey, let's join order. Let's join order. Let's join order.
Just saying that.
We could save on shipping.
I gotta buy a fucking Caleb Williams jersey.
No, but the thing, I think what you should do is just get the college or high school jersey.
No.
Do you know where the fuck
they
Caleb
played at
Williams-
Oklahoma?
No, he played at USC, didn't he?
No,
Caleb Williams?
I thought he played at USC.
Oh my god, man.
No, he didn't. He did play. No.
played at Oklahoma.
No, but the high school jersey would be nice.
High school. What fuck?
What high school did he go to?
Man.
He went to.
I thought Brandon was going to throw his beer at you for a sec.
No, you
He
fuckers.
did go to USC, but he went to Oklahoma.
Hey, fuck you both.
Fuck both of you.
He went
Fuck
to
both of
Wait,
you.
he went to
Fuck
both?
you.
He went
did.
to
No, he was US. He followed. He was Oklahoma, and he followed. What's his nuts that's down there?
All right, this is not
Lincoln
bad.
Riley.
Hey, this is not bad. It's $100.
Oh, so he played at both.
It's
He
all.
played both, but no, he.
Hey, it's All-Star Elite, and it says. Look at what it says on the front.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Let me
Get
see
the
it,
fuck
let me
out
see
of
it,
here.
let me see it.
He played. Fuck. No, I'll fucking go with the Bears, man.
You know what?
Why did I think?
Why don't we give?
Why did I think he was? I knew Oklahoma. I thought he went to fucking Alabama. After.
Okay,
Why
don't we do this? Why don't we do this? Why don't we give it away? Because I doubt you're ever gonna fucking wear a Bears jersey in your life.
Why don't I just said I'd buy it.
Why don't we do a giveaway where we give away a Caleb Williams T-shirt and a Caleb Williams jersey to 2 winners and listeners of the Red Zone Blitz?
Well, we gotta wear them once. We gotta wear them like to one recording or something.
That's
You can have it
disgusting.
after.
Well, I guess you got to add the fucking nail polish shit. That he puts
No.
on too to wear.
We'll give it away,
Well,
fellas.
his
We'll do
fans
I'm
it.
not
probably
fucking
wear
like
that.
wearing it under my fucking skin. There's me a fucking shirt under it. Fuck.
Sure,
wash it
I'll
after.
let
I
you
don't
wear. You'll get a game worn Brandon.
Game worn.
Game worn.
Podcast worn.
All right, but anyways, we'll give them away. Yeah, giveaway alert.
We'll do something.
We'll do something. We'll do something for you folks.
Fuck, can I just like donate to his charity or something? We'll figure something, but something will get done.
Something
I
will.
said
yes.
I would. I will do something.
I will give away a Caleb Williams T-shirt. There you go. That's the best I can do. I do not need to wear it. Just give me your size and to the winner.
Bears need to win this though. Yeah, to fucking, especially in Lambeau. Like, if the Bears do win this, that puts Ben Johnson up there with Mike Vrabel up for Coach of the Year. That gets him in the conversation.
Yeah, the Bears are winning this game.
Definitely.
Like,
Let's
the Bears
just
are gonna,
fucking go Bears.
Bear-
And they're a dog too. Fuck yeah, dude. If I can fucking double down on the fucking Bears Cowboys fucking parlay.
we need to do it again. We need to run it again.
It was plus 890 last week. That was fucking money. What are they?
Hey, what is the Bears? Great podcast.
Bears Cowboys was plus 890 and Cowboys Longhorns was plus 405. It was a fucking great couple days.
Lay it on us, Matthew. Bears or Packers?
I got Chicago, and they really need to capitalize because Green Bay is kind of banged up.
Dude, if Chicago
So
can turn
they
this
need
thing
to
around,
capitalize
man,
right now.
What a turn of events. Right now, I have hammered. Yes, I have hammered the good old nice plus 752.
Dude, Cowboys and Bears last week was plus 890. Cowboys and Bears again is plus 740. I'm fucking all over that.
I'm getting 752.
You're
Come on.
at a better fucking site than I am.
Yes, sir. All right, $20 pays 174. Good luck.
Fuck yeah, I'm done.
I think Chicago too. Just do the 1-2 punch with Monangai and
Keep it going.
Swift.
Keep them guessing.
Right?
Keep them guessing.
Like if Caleb Williams, like it's not working, you can't make throws or whatever. Ben Johnson's like got schemes for other guys. You know, get Cole Kmet in the mix, get Roma Dunze. You don't need to totally rely on Caleb. And the defense has been
the defense
not
doesn't need.
bad.
It hasn't been. It's been average.
It's been okay.
It
But
hasn't been anything
again-
crazy, but still, they don't need to be.
Yeah, but again, it's like you're playing an injured Green Bay team, right? You're riding a high. You're playing great football right now. The city, the team, the fan base is behind you right now. You've waited for this for a long time. Like Chicago's Bears fans have been waiting.
They need to have some.
For a long
they
time.
need to win the time of possession in this game. They need to have some long drives. Just keep Green Bay's offense off the field.
Yeah, don't let them get back in the game.
Yeah,
because like a blink of an eye, and that's the thing. Like Chicago's winning these close games. They late in the year into the playoffs, maybe even like if they get in divisional wild card, whatever it may be, like. There's teams, and you don't know, they might not make a mistake where it puts you in a position to kick the game winner. So it's going to be a good game. It's going to be really interesting. But it is
good.
big. Green Bay at home is tough. I got Chicago as well in this one.
All right. That's 3 Bears. Last game before the Sunday Nighter, the Rams against the Cardinals. My God. We don't need to speak about this too much.
Look at a perfect spot for the bounce back game. The Rams are coming back with a vengeance on this game, and
like,
the Cardinals are getting
yeah.
shit kicked out. This is belt ass.
I don't think like Carolina's not bad. Like I don't think it was a bad.
They look
loss.
better now. Look at the teams they've beaten now.
Yeah,
things are turning
like
around.
Like we said, they've been the most inconsistent. They fucking
up and down,
up and down,
the
up
whole
and down.
time.
Get the shit kicked. Oh, then they get the shit kicked out of them. Then they shit kicked out of them.
Yeah.
They're on the right trajectory, but we're not even talking about them. It's fucking Cardinals. They're gonna get the shit kicked out of them, and they're gonna be like 1-10, and that 1-10 is gonna be the fucking Cowboys still. But I don't give a fuck. Rams are belt ass.
Well, I want to see the Arizona's schedule. What do you mean 1-10? What's the 1-10?
Or 1-9, whatever. However many fucking since their
last win. We were their last win.
Oh, you were the last win.
Yeah, and then it's all fucking all losses.
Okay.
We're that fucking one win.
They have had a
they got the Falcons.
I
They could beat the Falcons.
I feel bad for them though in a way because they lost a lot of close games. That coach is getting fired. Like they lost. Okay, so they lost. Not to make it a thing, but they lost by 1 point to the 49ers. They lost by 3 points to the Seahawks, 1 point to the Titans, 4 points to the Colts, 4 points to the Packers. They beat the Cowboys by 10. Thank you. They lost. Then Seahawks came down and kicked their ass. And then they lost by 3 to the Jaguars. I mean, and then 3 to the Bucks. So I don't know, man. They're in it, but it just seems so sad. They're so sad. What's more important for Arizona? Proving that their young core can compete against a top team or protecting them for wear or tear in a lost season?
What's important to Arizona is that fucking first-round draft pick position right now.
Wow. Yes.
Well, I also think Marvin Harrison needs to prove that he was first round, 4th overall? I think?
But then again, it's the same thing with the Raiders. You got your wide receiver's only going to be as good as the system he's in, the play calling he's in, the fucking quarterback throwing him the ball. You got Kyler Murray playing Call of Duty instead of
they're
setting
probably going to
film.
go QB.
Well, Jacoby Brissett hasn't looked terrible. They could not go QB. They could just be like, you know what, we have our guy. Let's just build around him. But they got to get rid of those guys. And like they're running. They've done this without having a running back. Like James Conner did get hurt.
Yeah.
They have lost their running backs. Their running backs they've dealt with a lot of injuries. But I don't know, man. You got to trade Budda Baker. Get him out of there. Free Budda. I'm gonna go Rams. No surprise there. I'm assuming you fellas are doing that
Rams
as well.
all day.
Rams.
All right, fellas. Sunday nighter. Houston going into Arrowhead. Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites. All right, fellas.
Why?
I don't think they should be.
Texans are winning this game.
Oh,
I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. Texans are gonna win
CJ
this
Stroud
game.
is playing, right? He's healthy.
They're gonna win this game with Davis Mills.
But I think it's CJ Stroud though.
But there's no like the Texans. This is the thing about having a great defense is because your defense is so good. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter if your offense isn't the best because your defense can carry you through some of those moments. And Mr. Patrick Mahomes is in trouble.
Well, because they have no run game.
Yes. They're toast. And
You're making them pass, and you're seeing it. You're forcing the throws where if you had the run game, those passes they just come open.
And I really hope Will Anderson is chewing, for Patrick Mahomes' sake, chewing a nice Trident gum. We're not sponsored. Just a nice gum, let's just say. Got fresh breath because he's going to be all up in Patrick Mahomes' face all game long. And it's going to be not very fun time for Mahomes. I think it's the end for Kelsey.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
done.
don't think you should come back.
They're also, the Chiefs look like a team that probably needs to retool some things, figure out how they can get better, because that conference, Broncos and Chargers, are going to be a thorn in their side for a long time. And that AFC is going to be just as tough. The AFC is not going anywhere in terms of a conference, but that division is just going to become better and better each year. So I'm going to go Texans.
I'm going Texans.
Texans.
Fuck the Chiefs. I would love to see the Chiefs just.
Oh, if they don't make the playoffs,
they don't make the
it'd be
playoffs.
so
You're
fucking awesome.
But like we've talked about before, you've gone on these long runs for so many years. Eventually, it catches up to you. They're fucking tired.
Yeah, you can't stay on top forever.
They're fucking tired.
Teams are gonna know like
they
the
need a
schemes
proper
you
off
run.
season. Like they need a full off season.
But teams are gonna see like, okay, they're obviously gonna go to Kelsey. Like this is what they like to do in this.
Yeah, they need to revolutionize the play calling a little bit more. And
like a little bit.
Get some different weapons.
New face, younger. They need to get a little bit younger too. Like,
yeah.
They're on offense, not really the youngest team, but.
All right, fellas.
Let's go fucking Houston.
Speaking of a team that I don't want to see in the playoffs, it's the Philadelphia Eagles going to L.A. Well. What do we have ourselves here? It is the Philadelphia Eagles. Throwing eggs at their offensive coordinators. Their fans are having a panic, frigging just a demise. Justin Herbert broke his hand.
Yeah, what's the status on
He'll
it?
play.
Playing,
young Herbie will play. He'll be there.
But yeah, like fuck, we said at the beginning of the episode.
It's not Herbert that the problem is. Can the Eagles sustain a offensive drive without their fans and their players wanting to kill themselves?
I mean, they're almost lucky that this is a road game.
Yes, because I think their own fans would have killed them.
Yeah. But fuck the Eagles. Insane. Fuck their fans. Let's go fucking Chargers. Like I said, if Cowboys win, man, the noise. Can you handle the noise? That fucking noise is going to be real fucking loud.
Big Dom better bring some earplugs. Matthew?
Yeah, I just looking at the Eagles' schedule right now. I don't know. I mean, it's not like too difficult.
I think they play the Raiders.
They play the Chargers on Monday night. Then they play the Raiders.
I want them to lose to the Raiders. If they lose to the Raiders... Max Crosby, if he just kills...
Yeah, come on, Max Crosby. If there's one game you show up for... Well, I mean, you show up for all of them, but if there's one game you have like a career fucking game.
7 sacks. Just destroy... Oh, my God. I just have the visions of what Philadelphia will look like if they lose to the Raiders.
It'll be a beautiful, beautiful sight.
You know what, Max Crosby? $100 to your charity.
7 sacks?
No, just beat him. I don't care. I don't care how many sacks you have. $100, Max Crosby's charity if he beat him next week. But let's focus on this week, Matthew. Who do you have, Chargers or Eagles?
I got the Chargers. I think what Herbert's doing, Harbaugh, like they're doing pretty well considering Alt went down.
As a complimentary Cowboys fan, Matthew has learned to hate the Eagles. He shares the demise. Yeah. That's what Matthew really wants to say.
Yeah.
That's what really is going on here, fellas.
Sure. Yeah, but I don't know, like, the Eagles, like, they're a really weird case. Like, we still haven't seen an explosive offense. You know, Jalen Hurts is, like, throwing these long bombs, but he's missing them. Like, he has receivers open, and he's clearly missing the throws. Yeah, it's just, like, the run game hasn't been great. Barkley is not as elusive as he was last year. I don't know if he's playing hurt. I don't know what's going on.
No, it's because A.J. Brown hates him.
Yeah.
It's tough to go to work when your coworker hates you and reminds millions of people around the world that he doesn't like you.
Yeah, but just like this is a massive game for the Eagles. And if the Cowboys win tomorrow night, it puts so much pressure on them to win on Monday night. And if they lose that, like, fuck, man, if you told me the Cowboys had a chance to win the division at the start of the year, I would have been like, what?
I believe I have that bet already locked in. I had it before the season. It was a beautiful bet. I feel like a champion right now. All right. That's our opening drive. Bit of a long one. Which went into a variety of things, including Meek Mill's anal-loving asshole.
So, before that, we picked a lot of fucking dogs, betting-wise.
We did pick a lot of dogs.
That's if you Dude, if the fucking dogs are barking this weekend, there's some good parlays to be had. Like we just did the Cowboys and Bears. If you do the Cowboys, Commanders, Jets, Bears, Chargers, Texans, that's plus 10,000. $10 wins $1,000. I mean, someone's not gonna fucking win.
What are the Cowboys? What is it?
Cowboys,
Yeah.
Commanders, Jets, Bears, Chargers, Texans. You could even remove one of those teams and put the Jags in because they're plus 106.
Oh, you got the Colts in there, did you? You know what?
No, I didn't add that game because I'm on the Colts, so I didn't pick the Jags. But if we pick the Cowboys, Commanders, Jets, Bears, Chargers, Texans, someone will fuck it up. Probably the Texans, to be honest. But
They could.
there's
yeah,
some
that's the one
fucking.
that maybe.
I'm gonna have to cook up some fucking dog parlays. We've already got the Cowboys, Bears again, doubling down from last week. Fuck, there could be some fucking money to be made this weekend.
There very well could be. There very well could be. I made a $45,000 parlay. I'm gonna send it.
All right.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's an 11-legger. Let's send it and hope for the best.
yeah.
Maybe I'll be
11-legger, yeah.
11-legger, baby.
hopefully. You
Maybe
know,
one of those ones you fucking goes viral for hitting.
yeah, dude. I got Cowboys, Bengals, Jags, Bucks, Jets, Steelers, Seahawks, Browns, Vikings, Bears, Texans. It sounds about right in my head. It all starts tomorrow, fellas. It all starts tomorrow. All right, Saturday Showdown. Let's get into it.
Saturday Showdown.
Well, some coaching happened. Coaching changes.
Yes.
I
was.
wonder who it was.
Mr. Lane Kiffin.
Oh, well.
How do you feel about it, Matthew?
Yeah,
you tell us.
Lane, for those of you that probably maybe are hiding under a rock, Lane Kiffin, former coach of the Ole Miss Rebels, has accepted a job for the LSU Tigers. He'll no longer be coaching the Ole Miss Rebels. Before leaving, he threatened all of his coaching staff that you better come with me right now before their playoff game. Mind you, the Ole Miss Rebels are in the playoffs, so this is happening while they're going into the playoffs. He said, you better come with me now, or if you wait until after the playoffs, I'm not taking you. Now, LSU in the house. How do we feel about Lane Kiffin going there?
Well, I think it's definitely an I mean, it's Lane Kiffin. Like, it's definitely an improvement from Brian Kelly.
Well, the bar is on the ground, yes.
So, yeah, it definitely is. But, like, embrace being the villain. That's what I'll say. Like, Lane Kiffin definitely is seeming to be the villain in this one. And, you have a pretty good recruiting. It's kind of good and bad. Like, he has brought over some recruits. Some guys are a little bit questioning, his, players coach kind of thing. And they're kind of on the fence if they want to commit to LSU right now. I know there was like an O-line recruit that he actually did decommit and said he questioned Kiffin as like a player's coach, saying after what he was saying at Ole Miss and what the team was saying about him, because they said players saying the mood in the locker room is that he wanted to coach, but the players in the locker room are saying like, no, we didn't actually say we wanted you to coach in the playoff.
Yeah, so
that?
Yeah, so there's this whole thing about the side that Lane Kiffin wants to paint and the side that is what Ole Miss wants to paint, and I'm sure the truth handles somewhere in the middle. I don't think players, if you're an 11-1 Ole Miss team and you found out that your coach is going to a team that you guys beat.
Yeah.
Ole Miss beat LSU.
Yeah, they did.
I don't think you're going to be very happy about that. I don't think you really want to look at his face. And so I believe that it was quite... I'm going to side with the people that are saying the players did not want Lane Kiffin. I don't think they wanted to look at his face any longer.
Yeah, they probably didn't.
Now, he accepted one of the richest coaching contracts in college football history. That's a fact.
Yeah, I think it was, 7-year, $91 million.
Yeah.
I believe.
He also left an 11-1 Ole Miss team with playoff hopes, blindsiding players, their parents. Can you imagine how many parents Lane Kiffin talked to this recruiting cycle, selling them on the idea of Ole Miss? Probably thousands of parents that he talked to, and he was like, you know what, Ole Miss, I'm building something, blah, 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 blah. Listen, if I was in his shoes, maybe I do the same thing. I'm not in his shoes. I get to talk about the stuff he does. So I'm going to say this is by far some of the most gutless. And I have not been following college football for as long as Brandon has, or as long as Joel Norris has, or some people that listen to this podcast even. But that was some of the most gutless Philadelphia Eagles caliber move that I've ever seen.
You know where he's born, right?
Oh, is he born in Philadelphia?
No, Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh,
fuck Nebraska.
Fuck Nebraska. No wonder. No. So listen, I get it. I get opportunities like this don't come very often. I get the side that says, you know what? What if Lane Kiffin had said no to Alabama, LSU, and next year Ole Miss stunk, and they fired him, or he didn't get any offers, or whatever. I understand that these opportunities come once in a lifetime. You got to go. Not right now.
Yeah.
Not before the playoffs. Not. You got to see things through with your team. You gotta see things through. See, when I decommitted from Notre Dame fandom, I waited until the end.
Yeah. You're comparing your fandom to Lane Kiffin's job.
When I left the Fighting Irish to join the Longhorns, hook 'em.
It was a kick in the gut to some people.
It was, but I waited until the end. I saw the ride that led me to the top of the national championship game. Some might say I should have stayed, but the heart wants what the heart wants, and maybe Lane Kiffin's heart wants to go to LSU, but I guarantee you that the target is much bigger now on LSU than it has ever been under Brian Kelly. Before, we used to just laugh at you guys. We used to be like, ha, 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 you guys hate your coach, he's a fucking idiot, blah, 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 blah. We just play his press conferences on the podcast. Now, I don't go fuck, I'm actively rooting against LSU. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. Who cares? I want Lane Kiffin. I want the state of Louisiana to go bankrupt, paying all these coaches. I want them. I want Lane Kiffin. I want no prosperity with Lane Kiffin. I'm a go villain mode here. I want no prosperity for Lane Kiffin. I want him to have absolutely zero success. I want the state and governor to be like, what the fuck? I want the state of Louisiana in a recession from paying the buyout for Mr. Lane Kiffin. That is what I want. Now, will I get that? Probably not. He's a very good coach. Probably will not happen. However, that sentiment that I just projected is what hundreds and thousands, if not millions of people across the nation are going to be projecting. Every away road game for LSU is going to be a fucking gauntlet. Yeah. It's going to be like when Kevin Durant left the Thunder to join the Warriors, and teams like Charlotte, who didn't have any say in the matter, had cupcake posters or whatever about him. So my point is, listen, I hope you like him. I hope he's good for you. I hope it's great things. If I was LSU, I probably would not have hired the guy that would have put the biggest target in the fucking nation on our back, especially because we just had Brian Kelly. But I know Brian Kelly was not as lovely, and he wasn't as frequent in the sorority houses. Watch out, frat boys. Yeah. Lane Kiffin is on his way. Release the Lane files. Go ahead, Brandon.
So
I know you've been dying to get in here.
So first off, coaches change jobs all the time for better opportunities. You look at all the moves that just happened. James Madison coach Bob Chesney just went to UCLA. Tulane, John Summerall to Florida. Memphis, Ryan Silverfield to Arkansas. South Florida, Alex Golish to Auburn. North Texas, Eric Morris to Oklahoma State. And no one's saying shit because those are going from job to a better fucking opportunity. Now, you can't have Lane Kiffin stay at Ole Miss with what's going on. You just can't. The timing sucks because look at Penn State. They still don't have a coach. Signing day was today. They signed 2 fucking recruits because no one wants to sign for school that has no coach. You look at the transfer portal because Ole Miss will still be playing. Yep. You need to the timing just it sucks. But for this, And I said this before. This is the wrong move for Lane Kiffin. Like, I think the biggest loser is Lane Kiffin. Now, he's going to be crying in all his fucking money. He's one of the richest fucking human beings.
Boo-hoo. Yeah.
Like whatever. He's signing one of the richest deals. He'll be fine. But he built everything up at Ole Miss, got them into the playoffs now. He spent 6 years building Ole Miss into a respectable program. At LSU, all the pressure, we talk about pressure, all the pressure on him is to win. And it's not win in 3 years. It's not win in 4 years. It's win fucking now.
With a brand new quarterback, probably.
So, but here's the thing. Even if he does fucking win, we've said this. At LSU, you're going to win a national championship. Good job. You're just another guy at LSU that won a championship.
Yeah,
that's all you are. All Lane Kiffin is going to be at the end of his career is another guy at LSU, whether he wins or loses, he's just another guy. At Ole Miss, he was the guy.
He was the guy in the state.
If he was, if he just say he just threw away any chance at having a legacy.
He wins the national championship at Ole Miss. He's governor of Mississippi by the end of this.
Like, he threw away any chance to have a legacy.
He actually would be governor of. I don't doubt this, Brandon. I think you're spot on. And I think a lot of people don't realize when you're the guy in a state like Mississippi, which we talked about, the age of expectancy is already at fucking 70. He would have easily ran and won for governor. His life, the Kiffin name would have been associated with running Mississippi for generations to come.
Fucking Kiffin would be in the top baby names.
It would be insane what would happen if Ole Miss went and won. Now,
you would have you'd have the legacy. You'd have the field named after you, or fucking the stadium named after you, at whatever.
Kids,
like,
babies, shopping malls.
You threw away your chance at a legacy.
Okay.
But
answer me this. You take LSU's football program and you take Ole Miss's football program. Which program is more prestigious?
Oh, absolutely.
It's definitely LSU.
It is LSU.
And that's what he's seeing. And I think possibly Nick Saban maybe had a role in this.
Oh, he said he talked to Nick Saban.
He talked to Nick Saban. Nick Saban coached there, and he was probably telling him great things about the program and what they do there and the culture. And like you said, yeah, the heart wants what the heart wants. Maybe this was Lane Kiffin's agenda the entire time. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, it was pretty gutless, I will say. Like, I'm an LSU fan. I love that he's coming here. I know, obviously, he's putting a target on the back, and there's a lot of expectations. Lane Kiffin is a great coach. I think he can handle that. He's shown that at Ole Miss, what he can do. But, I mean, you just look at the resume this man's coaching exits, and I wouldn't expect anything less from him.
No, like he's got the trait of leaving jobs in very crazy moments.
Of course. Like, let's just go down here. So after, he had a great time at USC with Pete Carroll.
Yep.
They had a great time in college there. Then he went to the Raiders, and you mentioned before.
No sorority girls in Oakland, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. In the NFL, the pro level, they're not young.
He's definitely charismatic, though, because he was 31 when he got that job in Oakland. And that's very young.
It is,
for a straight head coach from college to get. So there's definitely something about him that like gravitates other people to be like, yeah, this is the guy.
Right. But they went 5-15.
And he also took a 76-yard field goal at one point. He's fucking just out there doing brain math with the Raiders. And he talked about how he wanted Megatron, and they drafted somebody else, and it was a whole the saga is not pretty with the Raiders. We'll talk about that. Actually might be a good off-season episode.
Yeah,
we do a deep dive into the Raiders and Lane Kiffin. But anyways, keep going. I know it gets better and better.
It does get better. So 5-15 they go. Al Davis fires him. So what does he do? He's like, fuck this, I'm going back to college. Takes his staff to Tennessee, and then he has a whole press conference after Tennessee 1 year didn't go great, and then he just left the program at midnight, and the whole city was just in shambles at that. Then he goes back to USC after falling 3-2 in 2013, after losing Arizona State. After arriving at the airport, team pulls Kiffin off the bus at the airport and fired him on the tarmac, left his luggage on the bus. So then he goes to Alabama, and then they had a great success there, going to the national championship. But Saban fired him after he accepted the job at Florida Atlantic.
He wasn't allowed to coach.
Yeah, he didn't let him coach.
He did not let him coach because
game.
apparently he was out there fielding calls when he should have been preparing Alabama. And Alabama lost to Clemson that year on the national championship game. So talk about another time you said preparing for your other interviews when you should have been focusing on the current job.
Yeah. And then that leads us to today. The whole building the program up at Ole Miss. Like, I don't know if it's like he feels hard done by and he's doing these crazy exits or something.
I think he likes
on.
I think he likes the attention.
Maybe just likes the attention.
I think he enjoys the attention.
Oh, he's
sure.
I mean, he's just one of us. He's a fucking teenager in a man's body.
Yep.
Like,
yeah. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Same as me. Like, I can't fault him.
No,
but
listen,
I do think he made.
But the thing is, I've researched this quite a bit on Ole Miss and the culture that they had set. This is going to be a great 30 for 30 one day when it comes out. He basically was never told no at Ole Miss. He could do whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted, all the fucking time. That kind of luxury is not allowed at LSU. He's going to have to explain why he needs a certain thing. He's going to have to explain why he needs that specific recovery program brought in, or that strength and conditioning coach, or that yoga teacher with the tight yoga pants, why she needs to work extra with Lane Kiffin to take the knots out of his ears.
Yeah.
He's going to have to account for that because people are going to ask more questions at LSU than when they were at Ole Miss. Ole Miss didn't give a fuck. They're like, here you go. Here's the keys to the kingdom. Enjoy.
So you think Ole Miss fans were justified when they tried to drive his car off the road going to the airport?
Sure. Send it.
Full send.
They left his clothes
they were
like
fucking
out
pissed,
in the
man.
street.
Holy.
Yeah, that's fucked. You know who the biggest winner out of this is? The guy that called him a hoe. The reporter that called him a hoe. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. And Lane Kiffin had the ball. So what I don't understand is why did Lane Kiffin did this whole spectacle with the poor reporter if he was just going to leave? He did this whole thing like, you want to call me a hoe? You better come on back there and call to my face. I don't even know your name. He did all these fucking things, but like, for what? You ended up leaving anyways, you fucking whore. Or how do they say it in Sopranos? Who you fucking whore? Whore. Yeah. But anyways, I think we've beat this fucking thing to death.
Yeah. Oh, one last thing. LSU will play Ole Miss in Oxnard at the end of the year and Tennessee in Knoxville at the end of the year. That's
I'm telling you, any
storyline just gets
better and better. Any away game for Lane Kiffin next year is going to be a spectacle.
He's going to have extra security.
He's going to have people booing him. He's going to have people throwing shit at him. It's going to be bad. Like, it's just a whole thing. And his daughter's boyfriend also transferred out of LSU. So there's that.
And we're paying 3 coaches right now. And Coach O might be headed to Tulane.
You've picked a very different fandom for college than professional football. You have a professional football team that refuses to fire a coach, and then you have a college football team that just refuses to keep a coach. It's very just a contrasting thing here you guys have going on. Brandon, we're on the embarkment of college football playoffs. Almost that lovely time.
Almost.
What do we got going on this week? What are the implications? What is happening?
Oh man, so there's a lot of chaos that can happen.
Yes.
I really think the ACC has a chance to be completely shut out of the playoff.
As they should.
The fact that Duke at 7-5 is in the championship is fucking comical. And it's hilarious because when we were doing our preseason shit, I said Duke was a sleeper pick.
Yeah, you did.
Not a 7-5, dude. Nah. That wasn't the prediction.
And not a championship.
I can't take credit for that.
Team. Yeah.
I don't think Miami is in because if Virginia wins the championship, they're in. Miami's out. If Duke wins, if you don't put the conference champion in the playoff, how do you put the third place team in the playoff? You can't do it.
No.
I really don't think you can do it, especially with the way that the group of 5 teams, because the winner of Tulane North Texas is in. But when you look at with how the playoff rankings work, it's the top 5 ranked conference winners. So Tulane or North Texas is going to be ranked higher than Duke if Duke wins. So there's your 5.
Yeah.
Now you look at James Madison. James Madison should kill Troy.
Yep.
They're a 23.5 point favorite. If they win, that's another G5 champion. I don't see the ACC getting in if Duke wins the ACC championship. But obviously, if Virginia wins, Virginia leapfrogs and they're in and everything's good. I think BYU is in trouble if they lose.
Definitely, yeah.
But Texas has like a 0.0001% chance. We need all the chaos. We need, like I said, we need Texas Tech to kill BYU.
Which I think they will.
Which they will.
I think
they will.
Texas Tech is my...
You need Duke to win. You need Troy to win. Or you need Georgia to beat Alabama so bad that they say, fuck Alabama, you can't be in here. And by that, I mean Georgia needs to win like 77-3, which isn't going to happen. So as much as I hate it, Texas is out. The fact that we jumped Vandy, though, makes you think that they are somewhat taking into accountability the scheduling and the head-to-head. Because
we didn't need to...
Because they killed Tennessee. There's no reason Texas should jump Vandy after Vandy just killed Tennessee and Vandy was ranked ahead.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, but there's no... We don't have to play against defending national champion in their home turf. We don't have to schedule those games. I don't know.
You can't lose to Florida, man. You just can't. Like, I understand the argument. As a homer, obviously, you want that to be the argument.
I'll save this for...
At the end of the day, you just can't lose to Florida.
I'll save this for our off-season episode. 3 divisions with relegation and promotion. The Super Division only plays each other. Let's go. Let's fucking make some money here, college. None of these fucking games where it's FIU or fucking Nebraska versus fucking this no-name school for the sake of it, and it's a 66-0 blowout. Like, let's get a super conference going with the best teams. You have a middle-of-the-pack conference, and you have a third bottom feeder conference. The winner of each conference gets promoted. The loser of each conference gets relegated. Your funding, if you get promoted, you get more money to spend on more players, and then if you get relegated, you got to pay the pool or whatever. So I think it's like, it should almost be like a European soccer system where it's like a relegation and promotion system, and that will be fucking chaos. You talk about chaos, that's chaos. And I know they're gonna go to 16-team playoffs. What a fucking sure, why not?
They should do that.
Let's just water it down even more. But like, I think what the end goal should be is you need that super conference, and that's where the advertising dollars will be. Think about how many big games you're gonna have.
But the SEC, like I said, they're adding to the extra game next year. So he does make a point though. If you're only having 3 out of conference games, you're not scheduling one of the top programs. You're scheduling cupcakes.
Yeah,
exactly. All right, fellas, let's move on. We're almost done here. NFL mock draft. So a new mock draft came out today. So we're not gonna go through everything. We're just gonna go through the top 5. Cleveland traded up to number 1 to secure their franchise quarterback, Fernando Mendoza. He is a Goff Cousins style field general, but he's got a higher ceiling than both of them. That's what the scouts are saying. First of all, do you trust a Goff Cousins archetype to actually win you a championship in today's NFL?
No.
On Cleveland, absolutely not.
Nope.
I don't trust any quarterback.
Nope.
I don't care who it is. I don't trust any quarterback drafted by Cleveland to have any sort of success. They are cursed.
I think I'm pretty satisfied with that answer. I don't think there's much else to say about that. I think they've done this dance before with the Bakers and the Johnny Manziels. But here's the thing.
They waited too long into the season to give Shedeur the chance. You don't have even to the end of the season, you don't have enough body of work to decide whether you want to stick with Shedeur, Gabriel. You just spent all these picks on quarterbacks in the last how many fucking years, and you're going to spend another pick on a quarterback. You just can't fucking do it.
They can't help themselves.
Yeah.
They love this game of selling quarterback jerseys.
No,
Don't you know?
Fucking can't do it.
Mendoza, Browns jersey going off the racks.
Can't do it. Can't fucking do it.
All right, number 2. Raiders leapfrog New Orleans to grab Moore. Dante Moore, quarterback, Oregon. He's got a 20-year-old, not a bad season this year. He's still learning the position, but he's showing big-time accuracy and command. All right, who's closer to contending? A Raiders team developing Dante Moore or one riding a veteran quarterback? So let's say Geno Smith, fuck off, but they go and they get Kirk Cousins.
No, the Raiders, you got to get the fucking, you got to draft a quarterback. You can't do this fucking bring in a veteran. You got to.
Yeah, fresh legs.
Somewhere Derek Carr is out there just smiling. He's just like, I did this shit for so long and no one appreciated me. And look at me.
No one did appreciate him, man.
He's one of those unsung heroes.
Good.
Like, he had this thing floating above water for quite a long time before it fell off the edge. The New Orleans Saints draft Arvell Reese with the number 3 pick, edge linebacker, Ohio State. Basically, a Micah Parsons type player. That's a really smart pick. I think the natural instinct is to take a quarterback if you're a team like New Orleans really early. But if Mendoza and Dante Moore are already off the fucking board, don't reach. There's no need to reach for a third.
No, you can like you were saying in the episodes prior. Now that Nussmeier shit the bed this year, you can grab him in the fucking later round.
Yeah, you could grab him in like the 4th, 5th round. He's a senior, so he's gonna leave. Yeah.
No, fuck it. Diego Pavia. Let's get Diego Pavia.
You could get Diego Pavia, yeah.
Let's full send that thing right from Nashville to New Orleans, baby. That's a good pick. I think that's what like New Orleans will probably do if they don't seem like a dumb team. They don't seem like the stupidest team in the world. They've got things kind of under control in this rebuild, so I foresee them doing some things. The New York Giants at number 4 take Carnell Tate, wide receiver, Ohio State. So Giants surround Jackson Dart with a true wide receiver 1 caliber route technician who wins vertically and at the catch point. Tate plus Malik Neighbors. That's a duo. We're seeing a lot of duos now in the NFL. Now, are the Giants building around the wrong quarterback? Is Jackson Dart worth investing top 5 receiver capital into?
100%.
Yeah, he's proven
it. The only thing with Jackson Dart
is that he doesn't know where the Atlantic Ocean is.
Well, but like they tell these quarterbacks, get fucking down and get out of bounds.
Protect yourself
because you're not going against college kids anymore. You're going against grown ass men that get paid to murder you. And if they see you inbounds and you're runner, once you're a runner, your quarterback protection is out the fucking window. You are fair game. And Buddy fucking sent him fucking flying, and that was one of the cleanest hits.
Yeah,
that was clean.
I think,
and he sent him fucking flying. Like, he's lucky he didn't, like, the way he landed. He's lucky he didn't fucking like break his arm.
I also think what Giants like fans and the organization is pissing them off is, like, Josh Allen does this, right? He runs around, he runs hard, he doesn't protect himself. But the thing is, like, right now in the season and of where the Bills are at, they're playing meaningful games. The Giants are eliminated.
Yeah.
They could win out. They're not making the playoffs.
And like, so say you're running, once you get that first down, once there's guys around you, get down, get out of bounds. You're already running the sidelines. Was that extra half a yard worth getting fucking just truck fucked?
And that's what I mean. Like, they're not playing for the playoffs right now. So you don't need to do that. Like, if they were playing for a playoff spot or if they were in the playoffs, go ham.
Or if the first down marker was right there, sure. Yeah. But it wasn't. Get the fuck out of bounds.
He's just got to learn to make NFL plays. But the Giants are building, if they do get Carnell Tate, which they might, they're building a pretty marketable team.
They've got the right pieces.
Because they got Dart, Scatabo.
As long as Scatabo.
That defense.
Let's just put that defense away for a second. Let's not even think about them for a second. But you just look at like the offensive side of the ball and you talk about marketability, highlights, reels, TikToks. The Giants could be they could be selling some jerseys. They could be making some cash. People could be excited about them. Carnell Tate, Malik Neighbors, Cam Scatabo, Jackson Dart. Get rid of Russell Wilson and get rid of Jameis Winston. We don't need to see them here. But
Yes, it's
I think Carnell Tate, you know what? That's not a bad pick there. Now, number 5, Tennessee had traded with the Browns, so they moved down. They got a stockpile of picks, and they get Keldrick Falk, edge from Auburn, 6'6", 270. Listen, you plug him in on that defense. You already have Simmons there. That is how you build a respectable defense. That is a smart thing to do. If the Tennessee Titans actually did this, I clap. I would clap in Pittsburgh, baby. I would be like, you know what? That is good. That is good business sense right there. That is our we're going to have more mock drafts as the season wraps up. We'll have full mock drafts. We'll do a player dive into all these players. You'll find out who Brandon wants to adopt as his second son. It'll all happen. It'll all be happening. It'll all be happening. Fellas, solid episode. Before we leave, right now, who's coach of the year?
Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel.
God damn you. I'm going to go Ben Johnson. Who's MVP?
I'm saying Stafford right now, but Drake May is close, and if Cowboys run the table, Dak's got to be in consideration.
I fully agree. I would say the exact same thing. Stafford 1, Drake May at 2, and then Prescott 3.
It's all about Dakota Rain Prescott, ladies and gentlemen. What a player. What a player. All right, you crazy people listening to all this stuff. If you do not follow us, Red Zone Blitz Pod, X, Instagram, TikTok, Red Zone Blitz Podcast on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. Yes, that is right. We will be live streaming reactions to games. You will be sick and tired of us. We will be doing some crazy stuff. We got lots of exciting stuff on the way. We got some giveaways like we mentioned. You might enter to win some Caleb Williams stuff. Who knows? All that stuff. If you want to write to us, redzoneblitspodcast@gmail.com. This is your familiar trio. My name is G.
Brandon.
I'm Matthew.
And we are out.
Later.
Peace.